And a very pleasant good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be watching from. My name is Jimmy Finizzi. I am the host of From the Blue Seats, a New York Rangers podcast, right here on the Hockey Podcast Network. And before I introduce my co-host for the evening, I want to welcome you all to another THPN watch party right here on YouTube. Tonight, we got a doozy for you, my friends, as we got the Toronto Maple Leafs and the New York Rangers from Madison Square Garden on Garden of Dreams Foundation Night at the Garden, an organization in which it helps children with special needs get life-changing experiences with a donation, which I actually did make a donation right before we went on the air. So it makes me feel good knowing that I'm helping kids across the tri-state area. So if you're a Ranger fan, if you want to donate to the Garden of Dreams Foundation, go to msgnetworks.com to make a donation today. But anyway, that is the important news. Now we got a game to cover, and joining me tonight is Chris Nosek of a show called Puck Off, which you can hear on all streaming platforms. Chris, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Always excited to talk some hockey, watch some hockey, and I'm from up here in Massachusetts, so down deep diehard Bruins fan, but love the NHL across the board. So I feel like I can put my bias aside, but at the end of the day, I'm with you in this one. I want to see the Rangers win because I like it when the Leafs lose.
Everybody likes it when the Leafs lose. Let's face it.
Everybody does, of course they do. But
Except for Leaf fans, of course. But no. In all seriousness, this should be a really, really fun game. And two teams that are doing quite well for themselves right now. Rangers coming to this game 7-3-0 in their last 10 games. The Leafs in their last 10 games are 6-1-3. Austin Matthews continues to be scorching hot to start the year. I mean, Chris, let's face it, this is a Leafs last year for the first time since 2004. They're trying to build off of that. They've struggled a little bit. They lost in overtime last night to the New York Islanders, in a game in which John Tavares gets his 1,000th point. And on a serious note, congrats to him on that. That's an amazing accomplishment. His dad was there. I saw him celebrating. That was awesome to see. But it's in typical Leafs fashion, they lose the game. So it's just another thing that you can't make up. But the Leafs are trying to rebound from that tough loss last night. And for the Rangers, they're trying to build off a 4-1 win against the LA Kings a couple nights ago at MSG. So, Chris, how do you see this one playing out here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, the Rangers, as you mentioned, they ruined the Kings' road streak. So that was bound to happen.
So do the Islanders, but even still, I get your point.
The Leafs blowing that game against the Islanders last night. I think it's going to motivate them tonight. It's going to be a good game to watch. I have not had a chance to see the starting lineups or the starting goaltending lineup just yet. I don't know if you have that information.
Well, I actually do have it in front of me as we speak. I see a couple of comments here that I'll get to in a second, I promise here. But let's start with the away team, the Toronto Maple Leafs. At forward, you have number 23, Nyes, number 34, Matthews, and number 88, Nylander. On defense, you have 44, Riley, number 76 or 78, TJ Brody. And in goal, number 31, Martin Jones gets the start for Toronto tonight. And for the home team, the New York Rangers, at forward, number 20, Chris Kreider, number 93, Mika Zibanejad, and number 17, Blake Wheeler. On defense, you have number 55, Ryan Lindgren, number 23, Adam Fox. And in goal, somewhat of a surprise to me, in all honesty, but I'll get into why in a minute, Igor Shesterkin, number 31, getting the start in goal for the Rangers tonight. It's been kind of a shaky year so far for Igor Shesterkin, not looking like the Vezina Trophy goalie that we were used to be seeing here. He's been kind of up and down, been a roller coaster type of season. If I were the coach, I personally would have started Jonathan Quick tonight. That's just me, because Jonathan Quick has been scorching hot. He's 8-0-1 to start the year with the Rangers. So I say ride the hot hand, but the Rangers are trying to build up Shesterkin's confidence back. So we'll see how he fares against, let's face it, one of the really good offenses here in the league, Chris.
Yeah, I can understand the desire to want to start Jonathan Quick in this situation, especially going up against a hot team like Toronto has been. Toronto coming into the year, their biggest question, defense, goaltending. This year, the beginning of the year really was goaltending. Joseph Wall started to turn it around, now has the high ankle sprain, so should have thought it would be Martin Jones. That was kind of my thought going into it. They really can't rely on Ilya Samsonov or Samsonov, whatever he's going by these days as far as but I don't mind the Shesterkin start for the Rangers because he is your guy. At the end of the day, the Rangers have to find some sort of, whether it's a 45-55, 30-70, somewhere in between mix for those two guys. Yeah, you want to ride the hot hand in Jonathan Quick, but you also can't overplay him. We're talking about a 37-year-old netminder who's clearly, despite what his numbers are showing this year, he is on the back nine.
I agree.
For his hometown team, a team that he's been a fan of, I feel like if he was on any other team, those stats, the record would probably be totally reversed.
No, I agree.
Getting a massive influx of not just confidence, but he's found the fountain of youth.
Yes.
Because he's playing for the Rangers. He doesn't find it if he's playing for anybody else.
Yep, absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, the puck has dropped at MSG. We are underway. Let's get into a couple of comments here. Sorry, I didn't check the comments earlier. Just a comment. What's up? Remember you from my last stream. What's going on, man?
I will say
gonna be a bloodbath. I don't know about a bloodbath per se. I think it's gonna be closer than we think, but we'll see what happens. You know, anything can happen in the sport of hockey. I see my man Goza in the stream. What's going on, man?
What is he?
The New York Free Rangers eggs versus the Toronto Maple Syrup. We're still on it with the food puns, man. Come on, man.
What is he? The puck just dropped for me, so you're ahead of me by a little bit. That's okay.
Okay, so I am ahead of you. Okay.
If you see me looking to my left, that's because my screen with the game on is over here.
You are good, my man. And by the way, we forgot to mention this before. We want to know what your score prediction is for tonight's game and who wins. Drop a comment down below, letting us know your prediction.
What is your prediction?
Goza says 5-3 Rangers. All right, yeah, I can see a 5-3 game. I can see that.
What is your prediction? Do we get to give them?
Yeah, we can give our predictions if we want, absolutely. But since you're the guest, I'm gonna let you go first.
I'm gonna go 4-3 Toronto.
4-3 Toronto. Okay, I'm gonna go 5-4 Rangers. It's gonna be a really, really tight game tonight. It's gonna come down to the last minute. I feel
like it could, but there might be an empty netter.
It could come down to an empty net, or hey, maybe they'll get the puck to Igor and he'll shoot at the net for a change. But no, we'll see. Hey, one of these days he's gonna do it. He's going to do it one of these days. You mark my words.
My guy Linus Ullmark did it last year, so.
And Tristan Jarry did it this year for some unknown reason.
No one cares about him.
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is with Tristan Jarry. I mean, yeah, exactly.
You had practice. It doesn't count.
Pretty much.
But
anyway, Panarin dumping the puck in for the Rangers, comes in with Lafreniere, who shoots it. It just goes wide. Panarin keeps in, moves up looking for a lane. He's pressured by a couple of Leaf players, Nylander being one of them. Good pass up the middle. Trocheck back for Panarin. Panarin tried a deflection from Lafreniere, and it was no good. Rangers putting on some good early pressure here. That pass intended for Lafreniere. Deflects in the corner. It's out of the zone. Lindgren back to play it. Austin Matthews comes into this game tied for the most goals in the NHL with Nikita Kucherov with 19 on the year. That just shows you how hot he's been. And look who decided to enter the chat. Our good friend Angus. What's going on, man? How's it going? Always good to see you. Igor made a huge save right there, apparently, that I was not paying attention to there as Fox into the corner of his own zone trying to get it out. And a good play right there by the Rangers. Get out of the zone, and it's dumped in.
Good possession from both teams. Rangers are having it a little bit more right now, though.
Yeah, no, they're putting on more offensive pressure, absolutely. And that's something that's been lacking lately with the Rangers. You know, over over the past year or so, they've been lacking offensive pressure. It's just nice to see them shooting the puck more and applying pressure. It looks like we have a delayed penalty call against the Rangers here, so not what you want to start the game, as an extra skater is now on for Toronto, as they will get the first power play of the game once the Rangers touch up here. Nylander moving in past to Matthews. He scores! Are you kidding me? Austin Matthews continues his red-hot streak. And forget the penalty. Toronto takes a 1-0 lead.
There we go.
What a pass from William Nylander.
Oh, my ref has his arm up now. I'm at 16:25. Jones just got on the bench.
Yeah, I see.
That's okay, though. I get to watch what's coming. Shesterkin was hung out to dry on that.
Yeah, it's. I don't even know what to say on that one. There was literally nothing he could do on that.
That's what the Bruins look like 6-on-5.
So Toronto strikes first. They have the 1-0 lead on the goal by Austin Matthews.
That's what the Bruins have been looking like 6-on-5. I know exactly what that looks like. Pulled goalie and everything. It all matched.
Unbelievable stuff here. Well, on a delayed penalty call, Austin Matthews scores his 20th of the season. Nylander will get an assist on it.
Talk about having a hell of a year, though. Nylander.
Hello from Sweden. What is up, Isaac? How you doing, man? Thank you so much for joining us. How is it there in Sweden? I want to visit there really bad. Hey, there he is, my good friend Andrew Huntington. What's going on, man? How you doing? Always good to hear from you. We were about 5 minutes in, first period. Toronto with a 1-0 lead. As that shot is a save by Shesterkin. Good save on William Nylander. No, excuse me. That's actually number 89 of Toronto. I thought that was 88. Now they're showing highlights from last night's game against the Islanders for Toronto. Yeah, Tavares ties it with 6 seconds to go for his 1,000th point, which is awesome to see. But again, in typical Leafs fashion, they lose. So I don't even know what to say on that one. That's just insane. You literally can't make it up. You can't.
You find new ways, and it's always fun to see. I think back in, what was it, 20...
Oh, right off the face-off, and they score again!
Again? Oh, I just entered the Tavares highlight, so I'm looking forward to watching the next face-off.
Right off the face-off, it's number 25, Timmins, who scores, and Toronto was a 2-0 lead.
I think the Bruins broke Toronto when they blew that 4-point lead.
That was a great back pass off the draw for Timmins. Who was that? Looks like number 19. And Timmins with an absolute beauty. So the struggles for Shesterkin continue as Toronto now was a 2-0 lead.
Looking at how he flashed that glove, I don't even think he saw it at all.
You don't think he saw it?
I don't think he saw the shot coming until the very last second. That was a very defensive flail of the glove hand.
I gotta see another replay of that to clarify.
You got there's a three deep screen on him. So Timmins shoots it past what was that, 26 in blue. I was trying to read them. They were going too quick. It was a 3 deep screen, though. I don't know how much of it he saw. Which still goes to show that it's a hell of a shot by Timmins to find a hole.
No question.
Screens. So,
but even still, it's just this is why it's a rebound chance there from Wheeler. It deflects in. The Rangers answer immediately, and it's 2-1. I'm not sure if that was Fox or somebody else in front, but Wheeler took the initial shot, and the Rangers answer not even a minute later, and it looks like it's going to be Blake Wheeler's goal. It may have went off a Toronto player, but it's a 2-1 game just like that.
Yeah, Martin Jones also has his own issues too. There's a reason he started out third on the depth chart. So
yeah, that's true. It deflected off of who is that? Number 78 of Toronto in front. It looks like it went off of that. No, that actually went. It actually went right through him. He didn't even see the shot go through him.
Oh, I thought it deflected like off the inside part of his leg.
Oh, did it? Oh no. Yeah, you're actually right on that. It did deflect off the inside of his leg.
Right as you were describing it, it happened for the first time on my. So I knew what to look for.
I keep forgetting you're behind, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I don't mind at all. Trust me, this is how it typically happens. Welcome to my life. I'm behind in everything.
The New York Jolly Ranchers, Andrew. That's where we're going.
It went off TJ Brody.
It went off of Brody. Okay. It's cold in Sweden? Yeah, I have heard that.
Yeah.
Sweden is a lovely country. I've been there a few times in my life. Plenty of hockey teams to go and watch. I've heard that too, and it looks like Mika Zibanejad is going to the penalty box.
It deflected right off the inside thigh of the blue pants for Brody. Like it just grazed him.
Yeah, I just saw that again, and Zibanejad is going to go off for a trip. So Toronto will get a power play 6 minutes in. It's a 2-1 game. A lot of action here in this first period.
I'm seeing this chippiness, and I'm wondering how much they're going to try to cut back on that after this past weekend.
Yeah, with what happened against the Kings, yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Across the board. Gabranson, Perron, etc., all of them.
Yeah, things were crazy. Toronto's power play 7th in the NHL, definitely in the top 10 for sure, deservedly so. They've been awfully good as that shot deflects out of play by Morgan Riley.
That was definitely not an intended trip, but a trip nonetheless.
Thank God I bet money on the Leafs. Oh, God. All right. I see you there. Just put Quicken goal right now. Not so fast. Rangers did respond pretty quickly to that second goal, so we'll see. We'll see how Igor rebounds.
Nothing, maybe you consider it. You do something like that to try to shake it up.
Probably, yeah.
But you've been able to respond. You've actually had the majority of possession so far, and the majority of the quality possession. I know it's not.
Oh, what a pass for Tavares and a save by Shesterkin. No, actually, Tavares may have just missed that. It deflected up and out of play, but what a chance for John Tavares. So sorry to cut you off there, Chris. What were you saying?
It's okay. No, I'm just saying the Rangers have, play on the ice wise have been up aside from the penalty has been fairly even, if not favoring the Rangers. The goal off the face-off, like it's a 3 deep screen. Those are going to happen.
Right.
Like that's not a defensive breakdown. That's not a goal that when you give it up, you sit there and go, we got to reinvigorate the team. It's a goal that naturally happens through the course of games that you just got to move on. And the first one, I mean, you get Austin Matthews in a 2-on-1 with anybody, you're probably
that's pretty much automatic.
I don't care who's in net. I mean, Shesterkin is one of the guys that you sit there and go, I want him in net for that.
Right, exactly.
Even when he's off his game, you still that list is very short. Sorokin, Shesterkin, Vasilevsky. I'd say
that's fair. That's fair.
Damon and Allmark, just because they both have been on fire for the last year and a half.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
Otherwise, it's a crapshoot.
Right. What do you think of the Rangers' third jersey? It's glorious, and I want one. I want one. I'm thinking about. I don't know who to get. I'm thinking of getting who the heck was it? Either Zibanejad, Fox, or maybe Nick Bonino. Maybe I can go like a random fourth liner or someone along that line. I don't know. But either way, power play is over. Teams are back to full strength. Good penalty kill by the Rangers.
Okay, so you're a good 25 seconds ahead of me.
25 seconds? Dang, boy. Okay, you're way behind. All right.
That's okay.
I'm gonna try a trick to see if I can get to where You are here. Give me 1 second. I got a couple of
Let me
comments here.
let me move forward here and see. 5 seconds left in the power play.
New York Thousand Islanders stressing. These punts are never going to end, are they?
Probably not.
What a crazy start. What's going on, Brandon? Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, it is indeed a crazy start. 2-1 Toronto with about 11:30 to go in the first period.
Crazy start. Can the finish match it?
We're going to our first commercial break here. How can New York play hockey when they don't even have real winters? Dang.
Listen, you don't need snow.
Do I want to respond to that, or do you want to take that, Chris?
As I said, you don't need snow to play hockey.
That is true.
You just need ice. So anywhere that you can make ice, we have hockey or something close to it in Arizona, and it's starting to look more like hockey this year. So it works.
That's fair. Let's see who else we got here. Brandon says Vasilevsky, Ilya, Igor, UC Saros, Otter, and Hellebuck in that order from best to worst.
Disagree.
Yeah, I mean, Vazzy first. I don't know about that one. Look, Vazzy's just coming off of what, back surgery recently? So I don't know how he's looking.
Surgery. Yeah, he's looking rough right now. He's still trying to find his game again. It also depends on how you're trying to rate them. If you're trying to rate them over the last 5-year span, I would probably go in that order minus reversing Hellebuck and Ottinger. Hellebuck probably maybe edge out Saros as well, but that's up for debate. Take it or leave it. I'm not going to nitpick that much.
No, I agree.
If you're talking about this year, though, if you're talking about just this year alone, Hellebuck has to be much higher.
Oh, I agree. He should be in at least the top 3, in my opinion.
I would also put Saros probably. I would probably go Hellebuck, Saros, Ottinger, Ilya, Igor, Vasilevsky for this year.
Okay.
Because Nashville doesn't do half of what they're doing without Saros.
What's going on, man? How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
No, it's fine. It just Saros keeps Nashville in every single game he plays.
Right.
And he's like, I don't want to say single-handedly because they are starting to finally score, but they're not 4 points out of third place behind Hellebuck's Jets. You know, I don't want to discredit Ottinger too much, but the team in front of him is just ungodly sometimes.
Yeah, no, they're really good. Really good.
I know a lot of people were picking them to not only win the division, but to win the Western Conference. So, you know.
We do have real winters, and there are teams in California and Florida. So, what's your point? What's your point, Brandon?
Hey, one of those teams went to the Cup, and one of them's won 2. So.
That's a fair point.
They're doing something right.
Buffalo Hot Saber Wings. That's a good one.
That's a good one. I like that. That is a good one.
I might get the Vegas Winter Classic jersey when I go to Vegas pretty soon. Okay. Yeah, you got to let me know which one you get. I want to see what player you get.
That one's good.
I remember you from Bottom Line. Oh, wow. Thank you. Yeah, I am still doing that, just not as often because I'm trying to balance this with my job outside of doing this as well. So
what you're saying is we're real people too?
Yes, we are human beings. But no, yes, I am still doing Bottom Line if you are wondering, just not as often as I would like to, but more content coming soon on that. And if you aren't subscribed there already, I'm 300 away from 10,000 subscribers. Please help me get there. It would be amazing. What do we got here? Vegas Golden Buffets. That's a good one too.
Hey, have you ever had a buffet from out in Vegas?
What's that?
Have you ever been to Vegas and had any of the food at the buffets?
Me? No, but I want to so bad.
Oh my God. I went 2 years ago now. Yeah, I went out there for a pool tournament, billiards.
Ooh, okay.
And, obviously, they put us up in one of the hotels on the Strip,
right.
and the buffets were not open, which was massively disappointing. But 2022 coming out of COVID, yeah, everything was still all.
Uh-oh, Rangers moving with a good backhander, and it just misses wide.
But all the food is amazing out there.
I have heard, and Vegas is probably in my top 3. Oh, that deflected just out of play. Good scoring chance by Barclay Goodrow, but it went out of play. But no, Vegas for me is probably in my top 3 places to go on my bucket list besides Italy. So, yeah. One of these days, man. One of these days. Got some other comments here. Let's see.
Yeah,
you don't need winter to have hockey. I suppose you get a point.
You just need ice, and if you can make it.
Yeah, if you make ice, you got hockey.
And honestly, it might bode better if you make it yourself, because everyone has great things to say about the ice at Mullet Arena.
Oh, absolutely.
The players love it. The ice, not necessarily everything else about
the way. I'm sorry to cut you off again, Chris, but to answer this question, I still do have the Discord, but unfortunately, I will not be posting that link again due to recent events that took place in the last live stream. Yeah, it's still kind of bad, so I will not be sending that link again for the time being. So I do apologize.
That sounds like a story from off the air.
What's that?
That sounds like an off-air story.
Yeah, it's an off-air story. It's off the air. I can't say it on here.
That's always fun.
The buffet I'm going to there is the Wicked Spoon at the Cosmo. Ooh,
I
sounds very fancy.
I've heard good things about that one, but it just it's expensive. Don't get me wrong. The food there is expensive, but it is so good, and it fills you too. Like, they give you reasonably good portions for what you're actually paying for.
Yeah. No, I gotcha.
The Rio, that's the one. Thank you, Agnes, for posting that. That's where we were put up. That was
Rio Casino. Okay. Oh, what a chance for Zibanejad and a save by Jones. Oh, Mika Zibanejad came close to tying the game.
Hey, I think I caught up. Either you delayed yourself or I got caught up, because I'm at 9:14 right now.
So am I.
Hey.
I tried the trick and it worked. I wanted to say something, but it's a Leaf stream as well. What's going on, Abby? No, what did you want to say?
Hey, listen, do you know how many of my shows end where someone starts with Leafs suck? It's great. It's great. Which that will be coming back again soon too, because I didn't mention it before, but my Bruins show is now been accepted to THPN as well.
Hey, breaking news!
It is called What's Brewing. It is with myself and former OHL scout Dominic Tiano. A fantastic follow on Twitter. This guy watches the OHL probably more than you and I are awake.
Wow, dude! Congratulations! That's awesome news. We're happy to have the Bruins show on board the network. That's awesome.
I'm thrilled to be bringing it back. It took a little bit of a hiatus because there was some stuff going on, but we record our first episode coming up on Sunday.
That's awesome, dude. I'm really, really happy for you. Welcome aboard again.
So as we say, Leafs suck. There we go.
F the Leaf. There you go. See, you said it. There you go. You're free. You're free to express how you feel about a certain team if you want to.
Absolutely, especially when it's the Leafs.
Italy is another lovely country to visit, but it's expensive. So eat like a local, then learn some good Italian. 100%. That's why I want to go. That is why I want to go. I want to eat authentic Italian food, and I want to learn how to speak the damn language for once. Considering my whole family is from Sicily, I feel ashamed of myself for not knowing any Italian. So it is what it is at this point.
Yeah, you get there. You get there.
What else we got here? The new All-Star Skills format sounds cool. I actually have not seen what that's like yet. Chris, did you hear about that yet?
Andrew, or is it Andrew? Or who had that one? Andrew.
I've heard of the Rio, but the reviews are not great. The hotel I'm staying at is the Excalibur. Okay.
I had no issues at the Rio. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, they just announced them. Okay, we'll have to take a look at that during intermission.
I don't know if you saw what broke before we got on the air, but
hold up, Chris. I apologize. Rangers have a power play currently. Toronto took a penalty. Looks like McCabe for hooking.
I'm gonna look in. I'm pulling it up right now so we can discuss it in a few minutes.
You're good. Take your time.
When
What's
it comes
up, Q? Oh, you can't make it today? That's a shame. Hey, I hope everything's okay, though, in all seriousness, and hope to see you again soon, my man. I'm just thankful Carolina isn't Carolina so far. It makes my day. Damn, okay.
I wonder
see where you're going, Abby.
I wonder if, Abby, if you've ever tuned into What's Brewing or Puck Off before, let me know. The name looks familiar. The picture looks familiar as well. And we used to do a lot of live streams on those two shows. So I'm curious to see if I've interacted with her before. But especially with the fuck the Leafs comment and the Carolina not being Carolina.
Oh, pass for Zibanejad in front, beats Panarin. Zibanejad had a wide open net, but he decided to pass it to Panarin instead. Rangers in the zone on the power play with about 40 seconds to go in it. Here's Fox. Now back for Trocheck. Fox shoots, it's blocked. Actually, it was deflected into the corner, actually, as now Fox has it back for Panarin. Panarin moves in, deflected in front by Kreider, and a save by Jones. Zibanejad's got it again. Fox shoots. Just misses wide. 20 seconds to go on the power play, and that's out of the zone.
Martin Jones is one of the most infuriating goaltenders in the NHL for me.
How so?
His peak is so high, but his valley is so low, and you never know what you're going to get. And you can get it all in the same game.
Fair point. Power play is over. Teams are back at full strength. Maple Leafs are now 28 for 29 on the penalty kill in their last 11 games. 96.4% percentage. That is the best in the NHL over that span. Oh, you got a league game in the playoffs? Good luck. I'm rooting for you. I was in those lives. Oh, God. All right.
Yeah, okay. I knew.
All right. So you do know her, Chris.
I do. Thanks for jumping in.
There you go. Almost a month away now. I'll be going to Vegas. I can't wait to check out T-Mobile. Dude, I am so who is Vegas playing again when you go? I hear the atmosphere there is amazing. Yeah, my one friend Steve, who's a diehard Vegas fan, says the atmosphere there is awesome. So, who are they playing though again?
I mean, it's going to be fun no matter what. But that's the type of arena that you go to. Doesn't matter who they're playing.
Absolutely. They're playing the Predators. Okay.
Now,
either way, it should be a fun game.
Now, the real question is spin the wheel, find out who their goaltender is going to be.
Oh, gosh.
Not that it matters, but just you don't know who the hell you're going to see between the pipes.
I mean, it is kind of the $1 million question if you think about it. Here's Mitch Marner moving in, shooting it wide in the corner.
I feel like
to go first period.
Just out on that.
Right, exactly. Rangers move on the zone. Jimmy Vesey tried to pass. It was deflected away. Pass intended for Tyler Pitlick, number 71 of the Rangers. Rangers keep in the zone. Here's Lindgren. Lindgren passes back for Pitlick. He shoots just wide. It's deflected away in the corner. 5:50 to go. First period, 2-1. Toronto leads. Rangers keep in.
About 5 seconds ahead of me. That's good.
Oh, there you go. Lindgren.
Oh, here we go. Abby
Joe deflects in the corner.
I see your comment here, Abby. She just tagged me in a Frank Cervelli tweet for the 12-player skills competition for All-Star Weekend that will feature a $1 million winner-take-all prize.
$1 million? Wow. Okay. I kind of like that.
So we will we'll review this in about 5 minutes. I'll read it off for you.
Yeah. No, absolutely. We'll make it work one way or the other.
Oh, absolutely. This actually looks interesting.
Well, we'll review that in the first intermission report. 4:58 to go in the first period. 2-1 Toronto leads, and we got more comments here. We were planning to go to that game, but tickets were expensive. Oh, okay. They were probably like, what, a couple $100 or something like that?
Easily.
In Vegas, everything is $1 million question. That is a fair point.
It's the $1 million answer, but you got to know the question before it's asked.
Facts. Any good teams with Swedish players need to find a team to cheer for. Interesting point. We got a pretty good turnout for this stream so far. 22 people watching already, and we're not even halfway through the stream yet. So thank you guys. Seriously, this is a big turnout already. Thank you.
Let's see. Oh, Isaac, you're asking for teams to watch because of the Swedish players they have? Am I reading that correct?
Oh, they're asking? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
I'm wondering.
Save Shesterkin. There's a shot save. Rebound score! Toronto makes it 3-1, and it's John Tavares again.
Who?
His 1,001st points.
I might have undershot the prediction.
Or was it number 19, actually? That is
I believe 19 is Tavares.
Yeah, no, Tavares is 91. Let's see here. Oh, Tavares took the initial shot. Shesty stopped and took another shot. Oh, okay, so number 19, Yamrock, I think he is. He got the rebound on the back.
Okay, Kyle Yamrock, the former Nashville Predator.
Oh, okay.
And Bertuzzi was in on that. If you're a Leaf fan, you got to like the fact that Bertuzzi was in on that too.
Yeah, no, Tyler Bertuzzi made all that happen. Absolutely. So the Leafs respond to the goal by, by Blake Wheeler. And it's 3-1 Toronto, as now the Leafs move in. Here comes Marner. Marner passes back from Matthews. Back to Marner. He scores. Are you kidding me? Mitch Marner. Toronto's putting on a clinic. It's 4-1 Maple Leafs.
This is where you start considering going to Quick in the second.
Yeah, if I'm the Rangers, I'm pulling Shesty right now and putting in Quick. No questions. Because this is an absolute massacre that's going on right now.
They're calling for the hook in the stands.
Yep.
I want to see this one again, though, because again, a couple of them you cannot put, like that one you can't really put on Shesterkin. It bounced right to Marner, and he's out at the top of the crease playing the shot.
Right.
And it got deflected. I would look to see how Shesterkin looks the rest of the 4 minutes.
Right.
And then
put Quick in to start the second period. Yeah, I'd have no issue with that.
Yeah. Because the other thing, too, is again, as we said before, Shesterkin is your guy. You can't just go, well, we got no trust.
It's just his struggles this season have been awfully. I don't know if he's playing hurt or if he's just really, really struggling that bad, but something is off. He just doesn't look right. That's why I was saying start Quick, but I don't know, man.
The thing is, though, like it's a different perspective from my point of view, because Boston has had the Allmark Swayman just in rhythm, but nothing breaks it. We saw it last year.
Right.
You don't have the same split with these two. You have to go to Shesterkin in the playoffs.
Oh, there's no question about that.
But you also have to give him a chance to play through it too. And at least giving him these last 4 minutes gives him a chance to kind of settle down.
Right.
And then when you go, hey, look, we're down 3 goals. We got to spark the team. This isn't a you thing. The goals that you've given up, not all on you. My job is to try and spark the rest of the team. Let me put Johnny in there and see what happens.
Right.
If we lose, it's not your fault. It is what it is. If I can jolt them, we can come back. These are a couple important points in the standings for us. So I got to see what I can do. Shesterkin's a veteran. He'll get it. But you got to have that conversation in the locker room.
I can't argue that, man. I can't argue that. But, it is what it is at this point. There's still 40 minutes to go. Still plenty of time. But it's a big mountain to climb for the Rangers. They're down by 3 here in the first period.
Still Toronto. So
Toronto with about 2:30 to go.
It's still Toronto, so I wouldn't put it past them. Wouldn't be the first 3-point lead they've blown.
That is true. You're right. But we shall see. There's still 40 minutes to go. I still hate Tavares. Yeah. I forgot all about that, to be honest with you.
I don't think he's complaining with his, $11 million.
I was going to say that. And now he's the captain of the Maple Leafs. Like he's living a pretty good life.
I will say this, though. From day one, giving him the C was a big mistake.
Right.
It just, he wasn't that kind of guy. I think they should have given it to Morgan Riley, to be honest with you.
No, I agree. Well, Tavares did get an assist on that last goal. 1:45 to go in the first period. Mitch Marner scores his 10th of the season. What in the actual F is going on? A massacre is what's going on right now. So, hey, there's still plenty of time left, man. Is it just me, or have the Rangers not been playing like them in the beginning, or is the first 15 games? No, so far at the beginning of this game, the Rangers have not played up to their standard. You know, they've been focusing so much on scoring that they forgot how to defend. And no, granted, again, like Chris said, not all of the goals are on Shesty. I get it, but even still, it's 4-1. I mean, at some point, you got to spark the team somehow.
Yeah, and what you're seeing right now with the Rangers is just a team that's not like what we've seen the last 2-3 years, we'll say, with the Rangers is we're used to seeing Shesterkin steal multiple games.
Yes.
And this year he's not stealing anything. He's just an average. He's a regular goaltender right now.
Gotcha.
This is the difference between having a Vezina caliber winner and the middle of the pack in goal. So when people say goaltending doesn't matter, it does. Yes, you can find it anywhere, but you have to find it. Like, you know, all the credit to Vegas because last year they went 3 deep, but they also recognized early in the season, shit, we need another body who can play net at the NHL level, and they traded for Adin Hill from San Jose.
Absolutely.
When his stock was not all that high because, well, it's San Jose, nobody's stock is high. And
yeah, that's fair.
And they buried him for like a month in with Henderson.
Right.
And then I think it was Thompson got hurt first. And then that's the whole reason why Jonathan Quick ended up on the team, because they started going 3, 4, 5 deep in net, and they went, oh shit, we need a body who can play at the NHL level to some degree. Quick sucked for them.
Yes, he did.
But you know what? He gave them minutes at times where they needed to rest a guy. He also gave them minutes in the playoffs. He did what he had to do, the minimum. He was average.
Yeah, he did.
Not better than average from the other guys.
You're right. You're right. Uh-oh. Looks like we got, I don't know if this guy's trying to troll me or what, but first of all, welcome. The Rangers suck and will lose in the first round of the playoffs. Listen, I'm not expecting much from them in the playoffs anyway, so I'm not taking that bait, man. I'm not taking the bait. I'm not expecting much anyway. So you do you, I'll do me.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying the Metro was going to be the top.
Tabasco Maple Leafs. They're certainly playing red hot right now, so that's very fitting.
Oh, yeah. No, the Rangers, though, I mean...
Please continue, Chris. I'm sorry.
They're currently on top of the Metro, so they clearly don't suck. They have the second most points in the entire league, so they definitely don't suck.
Right.
I don't really say I disagree with them, though, on the first round playoff loss. I got to see the matchup is first. There's a few teams that they can definitely lose to, and they're all in competition. I think the one team right now that they got to hope to match up against is the Washington Capitals, because Carolina can beat them, New Jersey can beat them, Tampa can beat them, and even Detroit looks like they can beat them.
Right.
So any one of those four teams.
Hold on a minute. Quick is not the problem. Soft play. Okay. Time out, Jimmy. Time out. I agree that Quick is not the problem. We agree there.
Quick.
Who on the team is soft right now? Who?
Let me put a quick time out here. Anyone who's saying Jonathan Quick is a problem is wrong. He's a solution.
No, thank you. I agree.
Because when I looked at New York during the preseason, and I was like, I can see them finishing fourth because they didn't have anybody backing up Shesterkin, because Jonathan Quick looked like hot dog doo-doo.
Yes. Yes.
He was a steaming pile that you leave on your hated neighbor's front porch and hope they step on it when you ding dong ditch them. That's what he looked like. And now all of a sudden he comes in, he's got one loss in what, 9 games? And his his goals against average is like 2.
He's 8-0-1 so far this season.
8-0-1. What's his goals against and what's his save percentage? Do you have those numbers? I can pull them up.
Let me pull them up really quick.
I want to say the save percentage is like 924.
It's definitely up there. Hang on, let me pull up the numbers here quick.
I want to see how far off.
Here we go.
His goals against
Jonathan Quick.
Like 204.
So Jonathan Quick is 8-0-2, actually. I'm sorry, 8-0-2, with a goals against average of 2.20 and a save percentage of 922.
Hey, I said 924.
Oh, there you go.
I'll take that as a win. I'll take that as a win. Gaza says the hated neighbors being the Islanders. We don't fish.
Matthews carries a man purse. Now that's funny. That's funny. Hated neighbor being the Islanders. Yeah, I agree. Who's my favorite team, Abby? Right here, baby. New York Rangers, right here. Been a fan all my life. All my life. My mom's a Ranger fan. She raised me to be one, so I've stuck by that ever since. But no, listen, though, anybody who is saying that Jonathan Quick is a problem, I'm not saying you are, Jimmy, because clearly you agree that he's not the problem. But anyone who's saying Jonathan Quick is a problem, you clearly are not watching the same hockey that we are. If anything is a problem, look, it's not even the fact that the Rangers are quote-unquote soft, like he's saying. It's the fact that they still have spurts where they go for the pretty pass too much and they don't shoot. That's their problem. They defended a lot better. Give them credit for that. And I've been nagging on them defensively for nearly a decade now. So defensively, they've been a lot better. But they still have a problem with passing and shooting. That does not make them automatically soft players. They just need to shoot better, period.
Yeah, they need to shoot better. But also last year, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Keandre Miller one of the league leaders in hits?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Oh, and by the way, not to mention, how many blocked shots does Jacob Trouba have this year? Or close to 100? Come on, people, right? Really?
It's not a matter of toughness. If anybody on this ice is soft, it's the Leafs.
Thank you.
And
trade Lafreniere to Vancouver? Hell no! What's Garland gonna? No, Chris, timeout.
I'm gonna let you go first, but I'm gonna say, Chris, let's analyze that a little bit further. But you go first.
Chris, timeout. I gotta take this. I've been tough on Alexis Lafreniere, and I will be the first to admit I hated it when the Rangers got the number 1 overall pick in 2020, and it turned out to be Lafreniere. I hated it because, again, my argument was defense. But now that I'm starting to see more that the Rangers have a shooting problem, Lafreniere, so far this season, has shut me up. He has shut me up, and he is off to a great start this season. So he has a 2-year contract that took place this year, right? So what exactly would be the point in trading him? There would be no point. Look, Garland is a good player, but what is he going to provide to this Rangers team that Lafreniere isn't providing? I mean, come on now, really?
Yeah, I think the guy that you're going for in that deal, if you are actively trying to sell Lafreniere to Vancouver, would be Kuzmenko and a pick.
Right.
He's got 2 years on his contract. He's cost controlled for this year and next year at 5.5. He's got the modified no trade clause, so you might be able to get him out of there. He's got right and left wing potential, so you can move him around. He's, I think, a little bit bigger of a body, or he plays a little bit more physical than Lafreniere does. So he's more of that top 9 guy that, I mean, I guess, but Lafreniere is so much younger. I wouldn't do that deal unless you're also getting a 3rd round pick with him.
Right.
You know, and granted, Vancouver has New Jersey's fourth rounder this year, so maybe you could do a conditional fourth into a third or something like that. But there's just no point.
Wait, whoa. All right. All right. No. Chris, I apologize again. At this point, I think this guy is just trying to get a reaction out of me. This is not a fair comment. This is not fair. Listen, Kaapo Kakko, A, is hurt, and he's going to be out for a majority of the season. And B, have you ever heard of a thing called player development?
No, he likes Vancouver, so no.
That's a fair point.
Because the best players to come out of Vancouver were already developed when they got them. And I think they developed themselves in a lab, and they're the Sedin brothers. They accidentally
made. I mean, if we're going to talk about great Toronto Maple Leaf players, have you heard of Sil Apps? Have you heard of Johnny Bauer? Have you heard of who else am I thinking of?
I mean, there's a lot of them in the Leafs history.
Matt Sundin? I mean, come on, really? We could go down a whole laundry list here.
Yeah, and actually, I can also tell you that when it comes to the Vancouver Canucks, they definitely don't know player development, and I'll give you one name that proves that. Michael DiPietro.
Who?
Michael DiPietro, goaltender that the Bruins got in the Jack Studnicka trade. They got him and one other guy. I think it was the Studnicka trade they got him in. He was a young, up-and-coming, promising goaltender, and they used him for the practice squad during the COVID year.
Right.
Instead of going down and playing in the American Hockey League or playing in the actual league.
What's going on, Andrew? Thanks for joining us, by the way. Sorry, Chris.
No, it's fine. They wasted a year of his development by having him be the practice squad guy. And now this year, he's in, when the Bruins got him, they put him in the ECHL for a little while up in Maine. And this year he's in Providence playing with Brandon Bussey.
Right.
And they're the best. They got the same type of combo 1-2 punch up in the American or down in the American League that they have up in the National Hockey League.
DiPietro was never going to be good, Jimmy says, though. I mean, what was he? Was he never going to be good? Does he have a point there?
No.
No. Damn, okay.
I'm going to pull up his numbers. I'm going to pull up his numbers real quick. And this is going to go back to his development.
Sure. No, go for it. In the meantime, here, I'm skipping over a lot of comments here. I apologize. I do see all of you. I still see you continuing with the food puns here. They're all really, really funny, but I'm sorry. We haven't really gotten to a bunch of comments tonight, but we will get to them. I promise. Oh, okay. Quinn Hughes. Okay, you want to give me Elias Pettersson? Okay. Thatcher Demko? Okay. Quinn Hughes, I think, still needs a few more years before I can say he's been a really good player. That's just me.
Quinn Hughes is developing on his own. He might be the only one on this list. Thatcher Demko, I can't even say they developed.
Really?
Because look what he did last year.
That's fair.
He's a roller coaster ride. He's just like Jacob Markstrom was for them. Like it was 6 of one, half dozen of the other in that one. Elias Pettersson, he is doing really, really well. Don't get me wrong. But again, that's just how he was when he was drafted, though. He needed a little bit of time to adapt. He wasn't developed, he adapted. There's a difference.
Right. Now, Abby's responding to Jimmy saying, are you even sure Pettersson stays with Vancouver? That is actually a very fair point. Who's to say that Elias Pettersson stays? Maybe he requests a trade somewhere. You never know.
I can see him doing a 1-year deal, like with arbitration or something, just to kind of give it that little bit more time to see where things go. Because even Vancouver, as good as they are this year,
right?
Know what they did last year. So can they do it again next year? Is this something they're actually building, or is this lightning in a bottle?
Exactly. Look, they're surprising. They're surprising everybody this year. No question about it. I will give them a lot of kudos this year. They are a very good young team. But, you know, let's just see how it plays out the rest of the year. And for you to say now, Jimmy, that Demko is better than Shesty. Okay, if you want to say through a recent stretch, okay, fine. But if you're saying overall he's better than Shesty,
Absolutely.
hell no.
Can I have
No.
what you're smoking, please, Jimmy?
I'm sorry?
Can I have what Jimmy's smoking? I need to get through the rest of my work week. Like,
Seriously.
It's just not. No.
I'm a Bruins fan, and that's BS. Hey, there you go.
There we go. Which one's got a Vezina?
Fair point.
Which one's gone to the conference finals?
Yep, exactly.
Which one's shat himself for an entire season? Yeah, even what Shesterkin's doing this year isn't as bad as Demko was last year.
Really? Now you're gonna. Oh my god.
They've actually done a pretty good job developing Capo Caco. He's a little behind schedule, sure, but he's not that far off. And I would also give the Rangers a good amount of credit for what Jimmy Vesey's turned into.
Thank you. I was gonna say Jimmy Vesey. Thank you.
No, don't get me wrong. He's not a top 3, maybe even not even a top 6. But you know what? Someone's got to develop the third liners.
Yep.
And
might I also add Philip Hedl, even though he's hurt right now. Philip Hedl, ever heard of him?
Yeah, Philip Hedl's another one. Adam Fox.
Yeah, Fox. Adam Fox, a Norris Trophy defenseman.
I'm also going to give you 2 other names. One who's with the organization and one who is not. Igor Shesterkin.
Yeah. No, to an extent, I agree with you. Yes.
And Alexander Gorgiev.
Well, yeah, Georgie's doing pretty well with Colorado right now, though. So
he's got a hell of a team in front of him. Don't get me wrong, but he's not fucking it up for him. He is an NHL goaltender playing on a really good team. He's giving you the results that you're looking for.
No question.
I have those DiPietro numbers, by the way, if you want.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Can I throw elite prospects on here?
Who's won Stanley Cups? Not the Canucks.
I will defend Jimmy on one thing there. That's on Luongo, not Demko.
That is fair. That is fair.
Because Luongo is, well, soft. Can I share this up on here? I'm going to try and pull this up.
Go for it.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, go for it, dude.
So, probably going to slow me down a little bit because my internet sucks. But let's see. I'm seeing save percentage above 90%. All the way back to age 16. He had one year on here that stands out for me as an anomaly.
Wait. Chris, what is this guy saying here? The Flames they drafting and developing a player are 2 different things. They drafted him. They didn't develop him. Come on, man. Really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Anyway,
do you not know the difference? Okay. So let me just explain, Jimmy, the difference here. The draft is when the player goes up on stage because they were called by the general manager as a selection to be part of the team. Development is everything after that.
Yep. The Flames developed Adam Fox. Okay, I'll play along. Whatever.
In what game?
Exactly. Did he even play a game for the Calgary Flames? Did he play one?
I don't believe so. People. I'm not even sure if he played for the Wranglers.
I thought he did at one point, though. But for the Flames?
Hell no. I'll pull him up after the DiPietro page here.
All right. Okay.
What I'm thinking here, look at even in 2021-22, that was the COVID year. 1 game for Vancouver, 34 for Abbotsford, over 901 and a slightly under 3 through 34 games. And then I told you last year he spent some time in the American Hockey League. They sent him down to the ECHL in Maine. He played really well, and now look at him this year: 925 save percentage, 224 goals against average in 9 starts.
Fascinating stuff. Fascinating. It's just I just don't know what people want. Like, really. Like,
I also want to point out, do you see this line where it says Canada U20s World Juniors? 4 games, a 123 goals against, and a 952 save percentage.
That's just
notes.
unfair.
Pretty good.
That is just pretty good. Unfair, man.
Yeah, I'm checking my notes on that one, but I'm pretty sure those are good numbers.
Yeah, they're as Larry David would say, they're pretty good.
And now, just for the shits and giggles of it, before I move over and pull up the thing that Abby tagged me in for the All-Star game, I just want to check and see, did Adam Fox ever play in their organization?
While you're looking that up, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the stream, and I apologize. This stream on the Hockey Podcast Network and everything we do on this network is brought to you by our wonderful friends at DraftKings. Use our code THPN to sign up. New customers can bet $5 on hockey or any sport and get $150 instantly in bonus bets with code THPN. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older in select states, and please play responsibly.
All right, so 2016 third-round draft pick, 66th overall by Calgary.
Yes.
He then signed with the New York Rangers after coming out of Harvard University.
There you go. So not once did he suit up for the Flames. Not once. Not even in the minors.
Yep. His last year, he played 1, 2, 3 seasons at Harvard. Played really well for them, too, naturally. And at the end of the 18-19 season, went to play for Team USA. And then 19-20 started with the Rangers, played 70 games.
Look, no, we know that Adam Fox was good before he was a Ranger. That's not the point we're trying to make here. The point we're trying to make is the Flames did not develop him. We know Adam Fox was good before he was a Ranger.
Yeah, I'm going to pull that one up. Jimmy, that's not the point. I would even go so far as to say the Rangers didn't develop him. Harvard did. We're seeing that consistently now. Guys coming out of the NCAA who
I'll give you that.
For the National Hockey League. Adam Fox was ahead of some of these other guys. Adam Fantilli, for example.
Yep.
All right. Jack Eichel was another one. These guys come out of the NCAA and they're already ready. Why? Because they have the body of a man.
Yep.
Some of the guys coming out of juniors, Matt Poitras is a perfect example of this in Boston. Kid is 19. He's like 5'9". I think they mark him at 5'11" just to give him something. And he's like 170 pounds soaking wet.
Yep.
He looks like, with no pads on, he looks like someone you could knock over with just a blow of wind. Again, let me repeat that. He is 19.
Oh, my flipping God.
Yeah, and now Yakupov was drafted by the Oilers.
Jimmy, that is not the point. He was drafted by the Flames, but he wasn't developed by them.
Well, again, Nail Yakupov was drafted by the Oilers. What's your fucking point?
My goodness gracious. Oh.
Like,
my
at
goodness.
this point, Jimmy, just stop. It's not worth it. One, you're just not a single person is going to sit there and say, "Oh yeah, you know what? He's right." When you say a fact, we will say you're right. But when you say something that's incorrect, you're just wrong.
I don't know, man. I apologize. I'm never like that, but it's just, are you deaf? Like, do you not understand what we're trying? See, he didn't need development. He came straight in. Well, okay. Well,
from the NCAA.
Well, I was gonna say that. Yeah, thank you.
All right, let me read this off. Year 1 in Harvard, 35 games, 40 points. Year 2, 29 games, 28 points. Year 3, 33 games, 48 points. There was
good rebound chance for Lafreniere there. Anyway, go ahead, Chris.
Just saying, there was. I'm gonna let you take that one.
What is DraftKings? It's a sports.
When you go up on stage. Oh, sorry, wrong draft.
No, it's fine. Anyway, DraftKings, to answer your question, Isaac, is a sports betting app here. You can bet on hockey, you can bet on football, you can bet on baseball, any sport really. You have to be 21 where you are though.
Wait, is he the one in
This
Sweden?
Is the guy in Sweden, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if they have it over there. But there are a ton of other betting apps out there. I'm sure there's a comparable one that they would have. Right. DraftKings is just sold their soul to all advertising, which is great because it's a great app.
Pretty much.
I use it myself. But you literally can't blink without seeing DraftKings somewhere if you're a sports fan.
Oh no, absolutely. Dude, I literally drive to work every day. Not once do I not hear DraftKings on the radio. Like, it's literally everywhere.
That was a good pass right up the middle.
Yeah, Bonino with a good chance right there. Save made by Jones.
If it was anybody other than Bonino, that might have gone in.
Yeah, it's true. Hey, Bonino does have a goal this year, so cut him a little bit of slack.
Hey, you know what? He's got more goals than Jimmy.
I see what you did there. Well done.
Which Hughes? I can assume he's.
Oh, what a chance for Pitlick, and Jones robbed him. Oh, what a pass for Pitlick, and he got robbed by Jones. Oh my goodness.
I can assume he means Quinn Hughes will win the Norris. But
yes, he does mean Quinn.
Luke Hughes will qualify for it.
Oh, he will. No, he will. No question. Anyway, we're nearly 5 minutes into the second period. After all of that, we apologize, folks. Pay no attention to the trolls. 4-1 Toronto here at Madison Square Garden. We got an icing here against the Rangers here with about 4:30 gone by in the second.
Hey, Jimmy, I was being as much of an ass to you as you are for being stupid about all the things that you're saying. How's it feel?
Oh, shots fired.
Now I'll pull up this one. Thank you.
Shots fired. Ouch. Dylan's probably going to tune into the stream and be like, what the hell is going on?
Who did I let go on this?
who let these two do a live stream together?
Oh man.
Oh my
god.
Isaac, we're all good. No worries. We're just having fun.
Hey, Isaac, I didn't give up on you. I was trying to find a couple Swedish guys that you might want to check out, but the Ducks have a good one in Leo Carlson.
Yes, Leo Carlson, yes.
I don't know what the time difference is between Sweden and Anaheim, so it may not work out all that well for you to watch them, but, well, the internet's a thing, so what is the time difference? We're both Eastern time zone here, so Isaac, what is the time difference from us where it is currently 10 past 8 p.m. for you? And then I'll try to pick someone
right on that. Yeah.
You know, let's see. Abby also says that Quinn will not win it because Makar is the league leader.
I was gonna say, have you heard of Cale Makar?
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a push for Quinn Hughes.
Good shot by Trouba, saved by Jones.
It
is 2:11 a.m. in Sweden right now. Wow, okay.
Damn. All right. That's 4 hours ahead. So that would be 8 hours.
It's 6 hours. 6 hours.
I can't. Hey, you know what? It's who cares? I only do banking for a job. I don't have to do
it's all good.
6, so that would be 10 hours. So actually he might be able to catch Anaheim games. At a time clip. Well, because if you figure it's
1:11 a.m. in the UK. All right, so that's 5 hours ahead. Nice. I like that.
If it's noon for him, then it's 8 hours behind. No, 10 hours behind.
Yes.
That would be 2 a.m. in Anaheim. So
yes.
If it's 10 o'clock, if it's a 10:30 Eastern game, add 6 hours.
Yep.
You're getting up a bit early, but you can do it.
A little bit.
Hey, it's Leo fucking Carlson. Come on.
That's fair. That's fair.
And you know what? The Ducks are a fun team, goddammit.
Who are your Hart Trophy finalists? Ooh, that's a good one. I mean, me personally, I think Austin Matthews should be one. No question.
He's definitely in the conversation, for sure.
Connor McDavid, if he keeps up his pace again.
Well, I mean, it's the McDavid award. It's always his to lose.
Right, yeah.
Real quick, I'm just going to throw some of the other scores out there right now. You've got in the second period, the Senators are tied with the Hurricanes at 1 apiece. Coyotes and Penguins are tied at 2 apiece. That is also in the second. And you have the Red Wings ahead of the Blues 2-1 in the first. And puck has recently dropped with the Flyers and Predators. That is scoreless. And then next up in a couple hours, we got Blackhawks and Oilers, the Connor Bowl, I guess they're calling it. And then you got Panthers.
Connor Bowl, yeah. Yeah, but Dard versus McDavid.
Yeah. Honestly, they're forcing that, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's about right. 12:30 to go. Second period. 4-1 Toronto leads.
Yes, Jimmy. Fact.
Matthews is soft ice cream. Damn, man.
No, ice cream is good. No, he's soft dog shit. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Go back and look. You were talking about how they won their first round matchup last year, and they did.
Yes.
In the same sense that the Carolina Hurricane weren't swept.
Right.
You're putting the air quotes somewhere around a couple of those words, and depending on who you root for, you get to pick the words.
Oh, there you go.
It's the English language,
The English language is hard for some people. Remember that.
That's my point. It is what it is. It's a clusterfuck. It happens.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure.
I don't even know.
I'm not sure.
I don't even know what to say anymore. It's just
he's not wrong about putting
McDavid, JT Miller. Okay, that is a good point. JT Miller is definitely in the conversation, and so is David Pastrnak. I will give you that, no question. That is a good point. Matthews softened a Disney. That's a good one. I love that one. Can we pin that comment? Is there a way we can pin that comment?
Absolutely.
Ah, damn it! I can't do it. Oh, there we go. Okay, you got it. Never mind.
Just got it for you. Don't worry.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That comment wins. Coyotes, Penguins. Who wins? Penguins.
I'm gonna go the Yotes.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
The Yotes are much better than people give them credit for.
Very surprisingly, I agree.
Let me take a look. Lawson Krause has a goal. Maselli has a goal.
Throw Kucherov in.
I would agree. I understand why. I don't think he'll be there in the end.
Right.
But I understand why. I'm trying to see. Let's see. Yeah, you got Jari in net for Pitt.
Hey, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a Connor Ingram start. It's Coyotes all the way.
It's Ingram. Okay.
I mean, not that Vimel. Honestly, Connor Ingram is someone that you could put in there. If this team wins, gets into a playoff spot, you got to throw him in there for Vezina and for Hart.
I agree. Oh my goodness. Matthew's softer than a Victoria sponge. What is happening? What is happening right now? We went from food puns to bashing Austin Matthews all of a sudden. Like, what the hell? Give the guy a break.
No, he's not. Kucherov is the best player in the league right now. Cale Makar still exists.
Yeah.
Even though.
God. Abby, not the place for that comment. Oh my goodness.
Maybe Jimmy.
Damn. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to follow that up.
Abby, maybe Jimmy's.
Wow.
I can't throw the mic though because it might break.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay, Jimmy. Keep trying.
By the way, it looks like Shesterkin is still in net for the Rangers, so they have not made any changes as of yet.
Let's see. Kucherov will win the Art Ross. No.
I like Jack Hughes before the...
For the Hart, sure. He was definitely a leading candidate before his injury.
Right. Yeah.
He's one of the guys that can make a case if he can help push New Jersey back into a playoff spot, and he's a huge part of it, then they will sit there and they will say, well, look at what he did. Look what happened to the team when he was hurt. and look at when he's not. Clearly, he's the most valuable to his team. We've got to give it to him. I think there's a push for the Hughes family to become the next the face of the league, because I think the league doesn't want what the Kachucks stand for.
Yes.
So the league is trying to push the Hughes brothers because they're all skill and speed and finesse. And the Kachuk brothers are, I'm going to throw you into the boards. I don't give a damn about you. Give me the puck and I'm going to go score.
Barclay Goodrow had a really good chance right there, and Martin Jones just robbed Barclay Goodrow of a good scoring chance to make it a 4-2 game. Rangers still keeping it in the zone, backhanded out of the zone by Toronto as Fox goes back for it.
Well,
Adam
yeah,
Fox.
I will say this. If Matthews scores 60, he's probably going to win it.
Yeah.
I don't see him plotting 60. I don't.
Uh-oh, scrum in front of the crease, loose puck. Jones sees it, and he covers up. Couple of big-time saves there from Martin Jones. 10:03 to go. Second period, Rangers still down 4-1. Rangers is trying to find some spark on offense to try and get back in this game.
I will say this. Depending on how long Jones plays, if he plays like what we're seeing right now consistently, he doesn't have to be perfect. But if he plays like this, the Leafs are going to have a real decision on their hands when Wall gets healthy again. Because Ilya has not looked good.
I agree. Oh, good save there by Martin Jones on Johnny Brzezinski.
Now,
I'm going to go to commercial break with 9:49 to go in the second.
I know what I would do if I was Toronto and I was in that situation, simply because, again, if you think you're going to get this type of hockey from Martin Jones,
right,
you got to waive Ilya.
Yeah, no, you do.
Because one of two things is going to happen. Someone like, I don't know, maybe Edmonton claims him, and he comes off your books. That just freed up 3.5. Them making room for 3.5 is their problem, not yours. So they just freed up $3.5 million that you can use to go out and get another defenseman. A depth forward, maybe one of each, depending on who they are and what pieces you're willing to part ways with and who your trade partners are, etc. That's your ideal scenario. Freeing up money to get nothing in return from a position that Joseph Wall is proving so far this year that he's your guy at least this year. I mean, of the three, who are you going with in the playoffs? If they started tomorrow and all three are healthy, who are you going with?
Oh, Joseph Wall, no question.
Exactly. And if you go away from Joseph Wall, who gives you a better chance based off of what we've seen so far, Samsonov or Jones?
Samsonov.
Only because we have a sample size.
Exactly.
But if we get a sample size of Martin Jones and it proves to be better than the sample of what we have of Samsonov, Samsonov is a waste of space for you. Too many GMs are afraid to lose something for nothing.
Right.
And one of the biggest things that I can tell you, and Abby, I'm sure you can back me up on this one as a Bruins fan, people were all over Don Sweeney for that Taylor Hall trade this offseason, sending him to Chicago. Because they got back 2 RFA right shot defensemen who are like 4A guys.
Yep.
But what they also got was $6 million in cap space. So essentially they got those 2 defensemen. They got Mitchell and Regula. I think those were the 2. Then they also got JVR, Geeky, Danton Heinen, and Boquist, Brown. Like it was like an A for 1 if you look at it in that respect, because that money was reallocated.
Rangers keeping the zone. Blake Wheeler, good pass up the left wing, back to Wheeler, blocked. Now another shot saved by Jones.
San Jose sample size.
And
back to food.
Kreider getting involved in a bit of a scrum here with number 85 of Toronto.
Jimmy,
No defense in Toronto.
Toronto is a team like Edmonton. They outscore their problems.
Yes.
And that does not work in playoff hockey.
No.
In playoff hockey, a good defense will slow down that offense. And if you can't counter with your own good defense, you're fucked.
Absolutely. Agreed. No question. Taylor Hall is a band-aid. Taylor Hall has hurt himself, so I wouldn't call him a band-aid.
Taylor Hall isn't a band-aid. That implies that he is functional. Right
Yes.
now, he's broken.
Yep, exactly.
And you got to feel for the guy, too, because, he was finally doing well in Boston. Things were settling in for him. They ship him off to Chicago. It all looked good. And now his knee injury is just fucked him.
Well, teams look like they're going to skate four side here as we got 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Kreider and Hagelson going off for roughing.
If I'm Toronto, I take that every day of the week. Pull Kreider off the ice for one of my fourth or third liners? Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Legason and Kreider for roughing at 10:27. Still 4-1 Toronto. Toronto wins the draw, and Jones sees the puck and covers it up.
Hey, Abby. I know.
Chris Hyden has more points than Bertuzzi and less skate. Does he actually, though?
Yes, he does.
Oh, okay.
Dan Heinen is also on a league minimum $775,000 contract, and Tyler Bertuzzi's making $5 million.
What? Oh, come on. Come on, man. And Heinen's got more points than him?
Yep, in fewer games, too. Heinen sat around Boston for the first month of the season just practicing with the team on his PTO.
That's a joke.
Well, Dan Heinen is a good example of player development, by the way, because he is not the same player this go-around as he was the first go-around with Boston.
I don't even know, man. It's just a lot's been happening on the street tonight. It's just I don't understand. Why do the Rangers not score? I don't understand. Because they're trying to pass too much. That's why they're not scoring.
They're overthinking it. I think the couple quick goals got in their head, and they're overthinking it. Do I bring Heinen back next year? For Boston, right now I'm going to say I don't know yet. And the reason for that is I don't know what the rest of my team looks like next year if I'm Boston. I got some ideas of what I may want to do. He's a great third liner to have. I don't kick him out the door.
No.
And if he's willing to sign, honestly, if he's willing to sign for like $1 million, sure. There's no harm in doing that.
Okay, this is actually kind of funny.
I think we clicked at the same time. It just doesn't.
Koala Bears, Marchand the mascot. That's actually kind of funny.
His nose is too big, though. Have you ever seen a koala's nose? It's flat.
That's a fair point.
Jimmy, be better. Come on.
That's a fair point.
I know you got it in you. You've tried already. You were wrong, but you've tried. So I know you've got better in.
40 seconds to go in 4-on-4. Trouba with the puck for the Rangers in the corner, being battled at by a couple of Leaf players. Trouba takes a hit along the boards. Number 78 of Toronto able to take it away. Pressured by a couple of Rangers. Trouba with a nice hit. And Toronto able to take it back and lift it out of the zone. But it will go for an icing against the Toronto Maple Leafs with 7:52 to go in the second period. Toronto with a 4-1 lead. 20 seconds to go in the 4-on-4.
Toronto maple flavored bacon sandwich.
I like that one.
That's a good one. That one's kind of making me a little hungry.
Keep in mind that this all started a couple of weeks ago when I was streaming. Was it Rangers Devils? And apparently, Angus started a trend where we would make fun of the teams and make up food puns for them. So that's how that all started.
Boston Barrel Rollers. I hope that's a shout out to Star Fox.
Yeah, I like the Star Fox reference, but I don't know, man. 7:30 to go in the second period. That shot saved by Jones.
Angus with a good one.
Hey, there we go. Montreal Canadiens bacon. There we go. Now we're getting back on track. Kreider keeps in the zone. It's a shot saved by Jones. Puck behind the net. Number 11 of Toronto able to take it out. Feeds number 44. He is able to dump it in the zone.
See,
Shesty leaves it for Gustafsson. Now Trouba.
See, that's a play where I look at and I go, why wouldn't you just carry that in? Like, I know you're going for a line change. Your teammates are. But he had a whole bunch of open ice. If he carries that into the corner, he gives it for his teammates to get into the zone and get set up before he goes for a change.
I agree.
Like, the dump was granted, you're also up by 3, so you're just trying to, but still.
This is still my favorite of all time. The Edmonton Olive Oilers. That's my all-time favorite right there.
That is a good one. I like that one.
Toronto Cup sandwich. Oh, wait. It's been 50 years. Never mind. Damn, Abby.
Abby with a zinger.
Edmonton Olive Garden. No. Olive Oilers is better.
Yeah.
Olive Oilers is better. I'm sorry, Goza.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you on that one.
6 minutes to go. Second period. 4-1. Toronto leads.
Of course, you could do the New Jersey deviled eggs.
I think somebody already came up with that one.
Did they?
I think one of the Andrews may have come up with that one.
Maybe. Sorry if I took it from you.
Hey, give credit where credit's due. It's all good.
Absolutely.
Puck off the boards. Toronto able to take it. Pass nearly intercepted. Rangers take it. It's Braden Schneider now on defense.
It's not food, but you could do the Tampa Bay Lightning bugs.
That's good. It was done by Andrew. Thank you, Goza. Appreciate that. Anytime I can crap on the Leafs, it's a good day. Uh-oh, we got a delayed penalty, and it is against Toronto. It's a hooking call.
Crucial.
So the Rangers are going to get a power play.
Crucial power play coming up after the commercial.
I agree.
In this game, if they can put a puck in the net here.
I agree.
And then
they need something. They need something to get back in the game. If they can score on the power play here, that's massive.
Actually, if they can score on the power play here, they actually can. They have a legitimate chance to win the game. Because Toronto is a team proven that they can collapse time in and time again. And 2-goal lead against Toronto going into the third period. As soon as you get the first one, all of it starts to go wrong on the bench. And
I don't know if I'm ready to say that yet. I want to see what happens afterwards if they score on the power play, but we'll see. Oh, goodness gracious. Wrong place for that, my guy. Come on, man. Wrong place. Oh, my goodness.
Comments like that can be directed to the Short Shift podcast or Puck Off.
Yeah, that's about right.
Shout out to my co-host on Puck Off, Andrew, his other show, the Short Shift podcast, also a Bruins show on THPN here. Definitely fun in a lot of ways. So
yeah, go subscribe to both shows, but they're both fantastic. Absolutely, no question. And while you're at, and while we're plugging shows, be sure to subscribe to my show From the Blue Seats, a New York Rangers podcast. If you have not done so, we are on YouTube and on all audio platforms. It would mean a lot to us. We are back from commercial. Rangers are going to go on the power play here on a hooking call against Toronto. Who took the penalty there? I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know, but since we're going to be keeping an eye on this, and we did not do this at all during the intermission, I'm going to start going over the new format for you because it's kind of for the All-Star Skills Competition presented by one and only DraftKings. Naturally.
Yes.
So there's going to be a total of 8 events. The first 7 events, I'll go through what each one are in a minute, but the first 7 events First place gets 5 points. Second gets 4, so on and so forth. Fifth gets 1. Sixth gets 0 points. All right. The last one, the 8th competition, first place gets 10 points. Second gets 8. 6, 4 for 4th, 2 for 5th, and 0 for 6th. Okay. It's a combined score for the 8 events.
Okay.
All right. Each player will compete in 4 of the first 6 events, earning points for their respective finish in each event. And then the top 8-point earners will advance to the 7th event and which is a shootout, where now this is where it's going to get good. After that, though, the top 6-point earners will advance to the 8th one. Okay, so the first 6 events that they get to pick 4 of: fastest skater, hardest slap shot, stick handling, one-timers.
Oh, Zibanejad shot off the side of the net. Dang it. Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Oh, that's fine. Passing challenge and accuracy shooting. So the standard competition that we're used to, pretty much.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right. Now, again, the...
Uh-oh, here comes Fox moving in. Fox can't find a lane.
No, he
35
can't.
seconds to go on the power play. Gets it for Panarin. He fanned on the shot. Gets it back for Fox.
Though.
Fox back for Panarin. Panarin shoots. He scores! It was deflected in! Mika Zibanejad! It's a 4-2 game.
I'm telling you.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered. Panarin with a beautiful pass to Mika Zibanejad, who scores on the power play, and it's a 4-2 game.
I'm just checking to see if the money line might still be available on this one.
Great pass from Panarin. I initially thought that shot was deflected, but I was wrong. That was just another terrific pass from Panarin, and Panarin continues his red-hot start to the season. A point in every single home game so far this season for him, and Zibanejad scores his 8th of the season on the power play, and it's a 2-goal lead for Toronto.
All I'm saying is it's a plus 370 right now if you want to put it on the Rangers to win and finish this.
Hey, there you go.
Over our DraftKings.
Yep.
That's where you can do that. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying it's there.
No. The hashtag shameless plug. No shame in that.
Bet responsibly.
Yes. Please play responsibly.
And definitely don't use my reference of responsible. Use your own.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so this is where it gets good in the All-Star competition. I promise I haven't completely squirreled out of this thing. So the top, top 8-point earners in those 6 competitions will then advance to the 7th round, which is the Honda NHL shootout, where each player will choose which goalie they shoot against. That's where it's going to get good.
Huh. Yeah, that actually I'm intrigued by.
That is where it's going to get really good. And then after that, the top 6-point earners will advance to the 8th and final event presented by Pepsi, the NHL obstacle course.
Oh, an obstacle course. Okay. Now you got my attention.
And the All-Star with the most points accumulated after the 8 events will be crowned the winner of the 2024 NHL All-Star Skills and will earn $1 million.
Nice. All right. I like it. By the way, with that assist on Zibanejad's goal, that is Artemi Panarin's 700th point. He becomes the 38th fastest player in NHL history to get to 700 points. So congratulations to the bread man.
Always cooking it up.
Absolutely. 2:15 to go.
I remember when people
shit on 4-2 game.
I remember when people shit on him for signing in New York and leaving Columbus.
Yeah. Speaking of which, is Panarin in the Hart conversation? If he keeps this up, absolutely.
He should be, but he's not because of guys like Makar, McDavid, and Quinn Hughes.
Fair enough. Fair point.
He should be, Don't get me wrong. Just because they're in the conversation doesn't mean Panarin shouldn't be.
Oh, what a stop by Shesterkin right there. Meanwhile, Rangers move up ice. Wheeler pass up the middle. It's back for Wheeler. He moves in. He scores! Blake Wheeler, second of the game. It's 4-3. Wow.
Just saying that plus 370 just went down a little bit.
How about Blake Wheeler? Have yourself a game. 2 goals on the night. And it's a 4-3 game. Zibanejad back to Wheeler. Damn, that's just a thing of beauty right there. What a shot.
I got to say, I just refreshed my Twitter, whatever the frick we're calling it today, feed. And I mentioned the Short Shift podcast earlier. Thomas, one of the hosts, he runs their account. And I don't know if you caught the news about the Washington teams potentially moving.
I did see that, yes.
It happened just before we came on the air. And I'm sorry, I got to shout him out for this one. Follow him at Short Shift Pod. I don't want to hear any crying about the Capitals potentially moving 6 miles away from their current arena when my old team moved 618 miles. Eat dicks.
I was going to say that.
He was a Hartford Whalers.
Unbelievable. 1 minute to go.
He was a Whalers fan. He lives in Connecticut.
4-1. Now it's 4-3.
I'm telling you, the Rangers have a shot to make this comeback.
They definitely do. How's the game so far? Look for yourself. This is now some game. The Garden is alive and well now. Blake Wheeler with 2 goals tonight. How about that? That's something you don't hear very often.
This is exactly it. The wheels have come off the Leafs defense. No. This is the Leafs' lack of defense finally showing through.
Absolutely.
Martin Jones has missed a couple shots that you would like him to have, but most average goaltenders aren't going to get.
Agreed.
The difference is their defense.
Oh, so close! Oh, the Rangers came close to tying the game.
And the only reason why Toronto had a shot at winning this is because they came out with 4 quick goals in the first.
Yep. And the second period is over.
And that is what I mean when I say game. Sorry, that's what I mean when I say the Leafs outscore their problems.
Yep.
Because it's a lot more devastating for most teams to try to come back from a 4-1 deficit coming out of the first. Very few teams are able to do it. The Rangers are one of them.
I agree.
There's a lot more teams that can do it. It's just a matter of whether or not they can do it on any given night.
No question. No question. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are actually going to step aside for a few moments. But when we come back, we will give you some more banter analysis of this game so far, because we still got 20 more minutes of this game. Rangers on the verge of a comeback. They were down 4-1. Now it's 4-3. What will happen in the third period? We will tell you, but we will be right back on the THPN YouTube channel. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the middle of Rangers versus Maple Leafs from Madison Square Garden, and what a game we've got so far tonight. Rangers were down 4-1. Now it's a 4-3 game. Let's go over the scoring summary for the game so far. So, in the first period, Austin Matthews got things going, assisted by William Nylander and Gregor at 3:52. Then at 5:07, Timmins made it 2-0 Toronto, assisted by Jan Krok and Max Domi. And then Blake Wheeler at 5:42 made it 2-1. And then Zibanejad took a 2-minute tripping penalty. And then McCabe got 2 for hooking later on in that period. And then Yamrock at 15:20 made it 3-1. And Mitch Marner shortly afterwards made it 4-1. An action-packed first period for Toronto. Then the second period was all action-packed as well. Chris Kreider and Lagesson got 2 minutes each for roughing. Team skated for side. Then there was a hooking penalty on Timmins, which led to a Mika Zibanejad power play goal, assisted by Panarin and Fox at 16:30. And then at 18:26, Blake Wheeler scores his second of the game, his fourth of the year, assisted by Zibanejad and Trouba at 18:26. And that is where we stand right now after 40 minutes of play. Chris, this went from a massacre by Toronto to a potential Rangers comeback again?
Gotta love it, don't you?
Absolutely. I'm loving every second of this so far.
What I also didn't realize is how close they were in shots on goal. 19 for the Leafs and 18 for the Rangers.
Yeah.
So we also have just to give a quick out-of-town scoreboard update. We have a 4-1 lead for Carolina in the second over Ottawa. The Yotes and Penguins are still tied at 2 in the second intermission over there. Blues are now up 3-2 over the Red Wings, which that's another one I'd keep an eye out on because the Red Wings, they're looking dangerous this year. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more.
Yeah, but Dylan Larkin's going to be out for a while. All the best to him, by the way.
I mean, he could be out for as little as a week. You don't know.
Let's hope so. Let's hope that's the case.
Fingers crossed, but and then the Preds are up 1-0 on the Flyers. The Connor Bowl hasn't started yet. That one we're still a ways away from. That will probably be off air by the time those 10 o'clock games roll around. So
yeah, most likely.
But they're still going to be fun to watch. I would love to see the Canucks beat the Lightning. Just throwing that out there.
That'd be funny.
I mean, they are considered the favorites.
Yeah.
The Lightning are plus 105. That's actually a good one to take. If you're looking for one in the late games, it's not by a lot, but they have the scoring power to do it. So,
no question. Yeah, absolutely.
And then depending on who's do we know who's in net for the Golden Knights right now? They're home against Calgary. Calgary is a plus 154. But
did Vegas post their starting lineups yet?
I don't know. That's why I'm checking.
Oh yeah, they play the Flames tonight. Is there a preview yet? Let's see. Not on here. I'm
trying to check and see if the
lineups. Here we go. Nice preview. Let's see.
Looks like they're gonna go Thompson.
It is Logan Thompson. Okay. Oh, we've been looking for you. What's up, RJ? How you doing, man? Thanks as always.
And if it's Logan
Thompson, confirmed Logan Thompson starting for Vegas tonight.
Although they're going with Dustin Wolf tonight in Calgary.
Yeah, that's I don't know how to feel about that, but all right.
Well, I mean, the other option is Dan Vladar, so I don't hate it.
That's fair.
I definitely don't hate it. And at the end of the day, Wolf is going to be the guy that you want to be playing against guys like the Golden Knights anyway.
Right.
That's tough. I can see Calgary winning it. I also can see it being a bloodbath the other direction.
You just never know. It's just, I don't even know, man. It's just
All right. We
have
were
we
talking about the Red Wings before.
all those former teammates, and how was his defensive side going?
Well, he's never had a defensive side, so
I was gonna, yeah,
you have to have one to wonder how it's going. Let's just say that his offense doesn't compensate as much anymore.
yeah, no.
But I mean, at the end of the day, when you're a guy like Patrick Kane, you can play wherever the hell you want.
By the
I-
way,
I
real
think
quick, Chris, I'm
Patrick-
sorry. It's 4-3 Toronto to answer your question. By the way, Anthony, and thank you for joining us. Please continue.
I was just saying that when you've played with the kind of guys that he has, I mean, first of all, I'm sure he's got a teammate on probably every team out there, a former
Right.
teammate. So there's a connection there. It's just a matter of what guys is he going to play well with. He had awesome seasons with Panarin and with the Brinket, and I really can't say I fault him for picking those two guys to try and reunite with.
No, that's fair.
Oh yeah, did you see this?
The Boston baked potatoes.
There's something baked in Boston, but it ain't always potatoes.
Yeah.
They're showing this clip from, I think it was the KHL. Did you see that clip where the goalie joined the rush?
I literally was just watching that. Yeah. He literally just comes out here, pass it, gets it back, bam, right in.
I was like, can we
love that
on our All-Star game?
Oh my god, that's too good, man. That's too good. You love seeing stuff like that, though.
Oh yeah.
Watching Detroit and St. Louis, and Bennington's hurt. Oh boy.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't root for injuries.
Damn. What is wrong with you?
Jordan
Wow.
Binnington versus Marc-Andre Fleury is the fight that should have happened.
By the way, is Tristan Jarry playing for Pittsburgh tonight?
I'm not sure. I did not look at their starting lineup. I will go check and let you know.
No worries.
Let's see. It'd be nice if they just included that. It is
Jarry. It's Jarry. Nedeljkovic is backing up. Oh, he looked hurt on the play, but is still playing. What happened to him? Did he split his pants trying to make a save? Just kidding. No, in all seriousness, though, we don't root for injuries. I really do hope he's okay, though. I'm glad he's still playing, though.
Well, yeah, it's so much better to beat him when he's not hurt.
That's true. That is true. Boston battered sausages. We have a town in Boston in the UK, and we put Really? Huh. I didn't even know there was a Boston in the UK. That's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Battered sausages, though. That actually says... actually does sound pretty good, though. Not gonna lie. I haven't had a good, beef or pork sausage in forever. Now all of a sudden, I'm craving a sausage. I don't know what's wrong with me. I root for injuries on the Islanders team. Oh, come on, man. That's not fair. That's not fair. Hey, look, rivals or not, you don't root for injuries. But I get you're kind of joking around, but still, come on, man.
Listen, all those times, Boston, Montreal, I'll never forget that there was the one game where Zdeno Chara put Matt Pacioretty into the stanchion.
Oh, my God.
The Montreal fans crashed the 911 line because they wanted Chara arrested for it.
Yep.
He was fine. Pacioretty was okay. Trust me, that's not one of the injuries that's derailed his career.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
But even still, it was a clean hit. But even as a Boston fan, I watch that replay and I sit there and I go, dear God, I hope he's okay. It looked brutal.
No, absolutely it did. Biggest disappointment in the league so far. Oh God. I don't know. If I had, it's between two teams for me because I'm looking at the standings here. I mean, you can look at Columbus, but nothing was expected of them anyway. I mean, Pittsburgh, I guess for me, because I was kind of expecting them to hopefully make one last push to the Stanley Cup, but they're under 500 right now. So you can look at Pittsburgh, or you can look at Buffalo. I mean, it's a tough call, really.
My gut reaction was Buffalo, and then I
Mm,
thought about it, and I went, but 90% of our expectation for the Buffalo Sabres were put on the shoulders of Devin Levi.
that is a fair point.
And all it took was Devin Levi to just show that he wasn't quite ready yet. And
Mm,
and and that's okay. It's tough to sit there and say that's okay because everything else in Buffalo looks it's the shiny toy. You want to play with it. You want it to be good. But the most crucial part, Devin Levi needs fresh batteries.
yes.
And he's not quite there yet. And Andrew and I talk about Buffalo. It just always seems like they're the team that's a year away from being a year away. And that's emphasized exponentially this year. But I mean, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen has been stepping up and has become the guy. Like, there's a reason why they didn't deal him off. What they really need to hope for is a UPL Levi 1-2 punch kind of in the second half of the year that allows them to move and wave Comrie down. Because Comrie, as much I get why they kept him. Veteran presence in the goaltending room. You hope he can kind of help Devin Levi be more ready and mentally and all that stuff. It just wasn't working.
Right.
And Levi's ceiling is way higher than Comrie's. UPL, when he's on, his game is amazing. I mean, that's also a situation where you can look and maybe make a trade, and try and look to be that team next year by bringing in a piece this year that has, like everybody talks about Boston going for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with Linus Ullmark. Massive overpay.
Yeah.
Massive overpay to get RNH for a Vezina caliber goaltender. However, if you're trading UPL for RNH, that's a little bit different.
Right.
You need the extra year. You get them in. You get them adapted a little bit. UPL can help Edmonton. I don't know if I would do it if I'm Edmonton because RNH is a huge piece of what we're doing.
Yes.
So it just, my initial reaction was Buffalo, but I don't know if I can rest on that.
Yeah, well, here's a good one from Abby. Ottawa. That's a good one because
Ottawa was my other option.
Ottawa, everybody picked to make the playoffs this year. They've been on an absolute roller coaster. Who knows what the hell's going on with them? So absolutely, I agree with that.
I agree. That was kind of the next one I was mulling over, and I wanted to see how much it was on their goaltending because I was high on their goaltending coming in.
Same.
Between Korpisalo and Forsberg. I'm actually trying to pull it up because I haven't kept up with Ottawa as much as I wanted.
Forget just the goaltending.
I just want to see where their goalies are at.
Brady Tkachuk, Drake Batherson, Claude Giroux. They got a talented roster. How is this team not in the playoff conversation right now?
So it's a little bit of across the board from what I'm looking at here because you've got goals against average for Korpisalo 3.22, Anton Forsberg's 3.03, save percentage Anton Forsberg is 8.85, Korpisalo is a 9.3. Now, that being said, Tim Stützle is their leading point scorer with 26 points, which is really good. The problem is they're sitting here with a goal differential of +8. So their defense is lacking a little bit. The offense isn't picking it up, vice versa, whatever one you want to say. The goaltending has been a little subpar, but at the same time, Forsberg's coming back from an injury, a massive injury, 2 torn ACLs. And Korpisalo is adapting to a third team in less than 2 years.
By the way, we're underway in the third period, 4-3 game.
I'm telling you, Rangers are going to finish this comeback.
We shall find out. We got 20 more minutes. Blackhawks and Devils have been disappointing for me, but Bedard on the Hawks just isn't enough to elevate the team. He needs a team built around him in the future. Devils, I'm shocked with where the Devils are right now. As a Ranger fan, all seriousness, no jokes. How the hell are the New Jersey Devils where they are right now? This team was supposed to be atop of the Metro.
I got the 4 reasons for you.
Yeah.
Nico Hischier hurt. Jack Hughes hurt. No goaltending from Schmid. No goaltending from Husso.
All valid. Yep, all valid.
They can't buy a save, and their top 2 centers got hurt. Both could your Nico Hischier could have been in the conversation for the soon-to-be renamed Patrice Bergeron Award.
Yeah, yeah. At this point, they might as well just do it.
And Jack Hughes was making a run for the Hart. May not have won it, but he was
2-on-1 for Toronto. Pass for Marner. Save Shesterkin. Rebound. It's blocked. There was a wide open net in front. It was a diving block. Oh my goodness.
Looks like
we got a penalty call. It's a penalty against Eric Gustafsson of the Rangers, and Toronto will go on the power play. Was that Trouba? Was that Trouba that made that play again?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It was Trouba. Holy shoot! Jacob Trouba is an animal.
Ooh, that's another block.
Oh my goodness! What a play by Jacob Trouba, keeping this a 4-3 game.
Shesterkin was just sliding. He was still gliding from his previous save, which was post-to-post. What'd they call him for? A trip?
I didn't see what they called Gustafsson. I thought it was a hold, but I'm not sure.
Because I think he went down on the initial shot and got beat on the post-to-post that got saved by Shesterkin. And then it was Trouba who came in on the second shot and blocked it. Right?
Yeah. No, it was the second shot. You're right.
All right. Well, step 1, kill the penalty.
What was the penalty on Gustafsson? No, it was interference, actually, so.
Oh, no, that's updated. It's 5-3. They score on the power play.
Toronto on the power play. There's a shot. Score! Deflected in front. Matthews took the shot.
The flash
5-3.
Before it happened.
Looks like it's Mitch Marner again, his second of the game. Well, that's certainly not what you want on the third period.
Let's see. Wait, did they just call another penalty on that too?
I did not see that.
Look at the official in the corner. Oh, no, that might have been before.
Yeah, no, that was before. There was no other penalty. So Toronto scores on the power play. Mitch Marner, second of the game. Now it's 5-3 as they move it again. Good poke check right there, though, by the Rangers to move it up. Here comes Jimmy Vesey. Vesey moves up. Vesey under some pressure. Fox battling for it. 2 minutes gone by, third period. It's a 5-3 game now. Q-Licious can't believe it. He just joined back in. Yeah, you've missed quite a bit. Are you in intermission or is the game over, Q? How'd it go? Zach Jones plays it in the corner for Lafreniere. Panarin trying to get it back.
I'm gonna pull up a couple of these comments if you want here.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see.
Centering pass and a save by Igor Shesterkin.
I don't know if
you play tomorrow. Okay.
You got this one. Blackhawks and Devils have been disappointing for me, but Bedard. Oh yeah, that was the last one we were talking about.
Yeah, that was the last one we read. Yeah.
Oh, and I was gonna say when it comes to the Blackhawks, I don't know if I call them disappointing because this is kind of where we thought they would be.
Yeah, they're a rebuilding team.
Right. And what I'm trying to say is I'm kind of surprised with what I've seen for what their future looks like. They have a couple other really young players on that team that
Yep.
already look good and look like they'll complement Bedard for years to come. So
No question.
right now, just not the year for him, but we knew that. And this is kind of what I expected him to be.
Oh,
so
good pass for Kreider, and he shot it off the side of the net.
You can't forget about Vlad Tarasenko on the Sens. He hasn't done the best job on the Sens so far this season. Tarasenko might be a guy they look to move at the deadline.
Definitely. I mean, there's a reason you sign him to 1-year contracts. So, yeah, they might think about trading him.
Abby, my has my back here. They have 9 comebacks, most in the league.
Yep, most in the league.
Jack in the Box Hughes.
Nice.
New York Ranchers. He says they play tomorrow.
For God's sake, the Toronto Maple lovers still can't win the cup. Nice, Goza. I don't know what we did, but Toronto got beef with us. Clearly.
I mean,
apparently.
It's not so much what any one team did to the Leafs. It's what the Leafs have done to themselves.
That is solid. I can't argue that.
Like I said, I think Boston broke them even more when they finished that 3-point comeback. Bergeron in OT.
Yeah, that overtime winner in Game 7. Never forget.
Oh, that call is ingrained in my head.
Yep.
Oh, that's a nice turnover. Thank you.
5 minutes gone by, third period. It's 5-3 Toronto. Toronto answers back on Mitch Marner's second of the game that came on the power play.
But see, again, we're seeing a lot of the play in the Toronto D zone. They capitalized on a minimal opportunity that they had on the power play. Don't get me wrong. That's the name of the game. You got to capitalize on your opportunities. But, you know, Toronto beef lovers pizza.
All right, that's good. Leafs having Stanley Cup parades when they haven't won in 70 years. They probably had a parade when they won their playoff series last year.
I'm just saying, they play every year. And then they walk it or they row down their stream of tears.
Yep.
You know, it's our year every year.
Yeah, exactly. 6 minutes gone by, third period. Yeah, like I said, Leafs parade was winning first round last year. That's the closest they'll get. Yep, until proven otherwise, which will probably be never. That was a deflection by Zibanejad and a save by Martin Jones. 13:52 to go. Third period. It's a 5-3 Toronto lead.
And it looks like, I'm just refreshing here, it looks like Kevin Hayes has scored twice for the Blues.
Whoa. Okay.
So now that game is 3-3 in the second.
Interesting. Wow. Okay. Penguins now up 3-2 on Arizona, by the way, in the third period. Jeff Carter scored.
Penguins are out shooting the Yotes 36-17.
Oh my God. How was that a 3-2 game?
Connor Ingram.
Damn, man.
That is why it is why it is a 3-2 game.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Let's see who got the last one for the Penguins. It looks like
they're playing like the Devils, never winning the cup ever. Let's not go that far, Q.
I was gonna say the Devils. Last time I checked, Marty Brodeur, Scott Niedermayer, they got a few cups.
Yeah, they last won the cup in 2000. It's been 20 years. 20 years. It's more recent than Toronto, but even still, it's been 20 years.
Ooh, Donnell has a question here. I'll pull it up.
Oh, Donnell, the Jersey guy. What's up, man? Let me ask you guys this question. The Rangers debuted their third jersey on Sunday against the Kings. What are your thoughts in full uniform? Like I said earlier, it is glorious. I love the third jersey. Love it.
You know who I'd want to see in that third jersey?
Who?
Hank.
Oh, yes. Yes. Can that happen, please?
I'm just saying that like,
can that please happen?
Can it please happen?
Oh my goodness.
Abby, they are wasting Marner, Willie, and Matthews' prime years, exactly like the Oilers are doing with Connor and Leon. I wouldn't say it's exactly.
Thank you.
I wouldn't say it's exactly like it because at least the Oilers have they tried. They went out and got Campbell. You know, goaltending was an issue before. They made the wrong choice, but they did something.
Toronto Maple Leaf first round exit golf classic. Damn.
It started a week after the playoffs.
Yep, exactly. 13:30 to go. Third period. It's a 5-3 Toronto lead as the Rangers keep in the zone. Gustafsson plays in the corner.
I will say this too. When it comes to the Leafs, at what point do we start questioning Brendan Shanahan? Because the moment that Kyle Dubas talked about breaking up the core four, he gets canned.
Yep.
Now, granted, there was more to it than just that.
Right, yeah, but even still, like, the fact that that's all we heard about that, it's just, it's a head scratcher.
And honestly, at this point where none of them have new contracts.
Nope.
Not that, well, Matthews has one now.
Yeah.
If you're the Leafs, it's not the one that you want him to have. I'd rather have that $15 million over 8 years if I'm the Leafs.
I agree.
But
behind the net.
I just you got to move on from one of them. The problem is the one you want to move on from, Tavares, is the one you can't.
Meanwhile, Kreider with a shot, good glove save by Martin Jones.
Those are words that don't sound right together.
How could anybody forget you, Danelle? You're awesome here. We always appreciate you watching.
Devils
12-18 to go. Yep, won the cup in 03, 95, and 2000. Toronto Stanley Cup losers. Oh my god.
They have to get there to lose it.
I was going to say, yeah.
Step 1, qualify for the playoffs. They do that almost every year. Step 2, advance past the first round. They don't do that.
Which they almost never do, with the exception of last year, but still.
Yeah, you know.
Puck goes into the Toronto bench, by the way.
Now, was theirs a real sweep or was Carolina's not a real? Like, how are we determining a real sweep now?
Yeah, who knows? 12:05 to go, third period, 5-3 Leafs. We can beat every best team, but we choke to every garbage team.
Is he referring to the Rangers?
I think he's referring to the Rangers, yeah.
Because I wouldn't call the Leafs a garbage team.
No, the Leafs are not a garbage team. No, absolutely not. Why do we enjoy bashing the Leafs so much? Because it's fun.
Because they create their own pain.
Yes, they do.
And then complain about it. It's like the cartoon where the guy steps his foot on the rake and it comes up and whacks him in the face, and then he looks at you and go, "Why did that happen?" Because you're a moron.
Because sometimes he made it happen.
Yeah, because sometimes stupid things happen to stupid people.
Exactly.
And in this case, the Leafs, they make bad decisions, so they don't win in the playoffs.
That's a shot save, Shesterkin. That's a good shot by number 59 of Toronto. That was Bertuzzi. We talked about Bertuzzi earlier, who was the guy that we mentioned who had more points than Bertuzzi this year?
Danton Heinen.
Heinen, thank you. That was it.
Boston Bruins legend Danton Heinen.
Toronto pain managers. Ouch. I believe in Shesty. Hey, listen, I believe in him too. I'm just really struggling to understand why he's struggling so bad this year. Now, granted, it's not all of his fault, but still.
He's got to play out of it. You got to let him play out of it.
11 minutes to go. Third period. 5-3 Toronto leads. Rangers need something here. Braden Schneider behind the net. Now Zach Jones able to get it out to center. Almost taken away there by Nick Bonino. But Toronto are able to play it in their own zone. Both teams make line changes, and the puck is deflected in. Toronto playoff quitters. Ouch. I mean, it's true.
One false statement about that. Playoff. They're just the Toronto quitters. Have you seen the replay of the Brad Marchand OT game winner against Toronto from like a week and a half ago?
Yes.
Where was Toronto? I get it. Nylander was down on the ice. Was it Marner or Nylander? One of the two. He had just lost his edge.
It was Marner. It was Marner.
Thank you. Somehow, though, Marchand managed to get up because he went down on that same play. He got up, bolted his ass down the ice, and got the rebound pass from Pastrnak, had a chance to jump a foot in the air, catch it, place it down at his stick, and find the open net. Why wasn't Marner up off the ice yet? Where was he? And why was Marner gliding at half a mile an hour, looking at it going, maybe I should get back? No, maybe I should. I'm going to walk back to make it look like I'm trying, in which case it was very obvious he was not.
Yep, that is the Rangers' next game, Friday, December 15th against the Anaheim Ducks at MSG, 7 p.m. Eastern Time puck drop. Anaheim's a interesting team this year.
Fun team is what we like to call them.
Yeah, no, they're a fun team, yeah. But they're interesting. The New York firing Rangers. Oh, my goodness. Well, Rangers trying to respond to the Mitch Marner goal. Mitch Marner's second of the game has made it 5-3 in the third period. Rangers were down 4-1 at one point, came back to make it 4-3 in the second, and now it's a 5-3 game here in the third. Toronto EXE needs a reboot. Oh my God. Y'all are too much sometimes, man. It really is amazing. We want to thank you once again for spending part of your Tuesday evening here with us here. I'm Jimmy Finizzi alongside Chris Nosek from Puck Off right here on THPN. We hope that you are having a wonderful evening. We also have another live stream taking place, which happens to be Arizona and Pittsburgh. For those that are just coming from that, we thank you very much.
How do we have an update on that? Is it still 3-2?
Last I checked, it was still 3-2, yes.
Darn. I don't know. There's still time.
San Jose EXE needs a major reboot. I mean,
actually, you know what? It's funny that he mentions that, though. Because ever since their, whatever it was, 0-47 start.
10-1.
They're actually above 500.
Yeah. No, they've been playing a lot better.
It is the polar opposite. So the Bruins are an example of what happens when you get out to a hot start. And the San Jose Sharks are an example of what happens when you get out to the worst start you possibly can.
Yep.
Because ever since those fast and slow starts, they're hovering right around the same, obviously favoring the Bruins a little bit more. They're winning a little bit more, getting the OT point, that type of thing. They're playing better, so I'm much less worried about them. But that just goes to show you what the first 15 games can set you up for.
Absolutely. I agree.
Because right now
they came back and got a point against Vegas. Yes, they did. Oh, wow. Zibanejad. Oh, well, we got to fight. We got to fight. Zibanejad getting involved with McCabe.
Ooh, that's a big hit right there, though.
Ooh, yeah, I was.
Was that McCabe on Lafreniere?
I think it was on Lafreniere, yeah.
And so now Zibanejad sticking up for him.
Yep.
But that's what McCabe does. I want to look at that McCabe hit, though, because that might have been a...
Yeah, we're going to see a replay of that in a sec. We're definitely getting penalties here, no question. Let's see what happened here. So Lindgren moves in. Oh, no, the hit was on Lindgren. So McCabe hits Lindgren. Zibanejad steps in after that.
Oh, that's a hit. That's a late high hit. I don't think he got him in the head.
No, it wasn't in the head, but that's still a very late hit.
It was like right here.
Yeah.
Lucky he didn't get him in the head.
Absolutely.
I don't blame Zibanejad for getting up at his grill on that one at all.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I love the look on the face of the guy sitting behind the glass. Did you see that?
Yeah. So
he doesn't move. He just sits there and he's like, okay.
Yep.
I see you, Mika. I see you.
Oh my God. I love it. So let's see what this results in. Are we going to get 4-4, or is there going to be a power play?
New York.
Let's hope they put up a fight here.
10-minute power play?
Wait. How did Zibanejad get 4 minutes for roughing? What?
That's a...
Did I miss something?
No, because McCabe engaged back. That's
so then why does Zibanejad pay the price for that? Come on, man. Really? 4 minutes?
Yeah, Abby, that's one of the big differences. I think this is the type of power play that can shift the game back to New York. Because all they have to do is kill this off. Obviously, they've got extra motivation to kill this one off because, to your point, it's not a real power play. There was no 2-minute warranted for a power play.
There shouldn't be a power play for Toronto at all. It should be 4-4 at least.
Yeah, I mean,
if you want to call it coincidental roughing minors, okay, I get your point, 4-4. But you're going to give Zippy an extra 2 minutes for what? For what?
Maybe I don't even know. Maybe it was something he said to the official. I don't know. There was nothing in there that I saw that warranted an extra 2 minutes.
Oh my God. That really is, my goodness. Rigged. Yeah. If that doesn't spell rigged, then the Blues are winning now? What?
Yep, 4-3.
Wow. Refs are biased tonight against the Rangers.
Preds are up 2-0 right now.
2-0 Preds. Okay. I just don't understand. You gave Zibby an extra 2 minutes for what? Standing up for his teammate who could have gotten injured? That shot saved Shesterkin. Big save by Igor Shesterkin. That's another save right there. Scrum in the crease. Shesterkin's got the puck. Shesterkin had to look behind him to see where the puck was, but he was able to make a good save. 4-1 Hurricanes. Okay, still 4-1. Okay.
This is what you get when Shesterkin is on his game.
Yes. Oh, goodness gracious.
And you can see just in that small sequence how well Shesterkin is tracking the puck right now.
Agreed.
Because even though he had it in his, like, between his pads, he knew that it might have squeaked through.
Yep. Power play over. Great. That was a big penalty kill for the Rangers there as they move up ice. Gustafsson. Now Will Cooley.
Now tell me
moving in.
Goal to get even.
Yeah. Let's see. Rangers keep in. Trouba takes a shot looking for a deflection. Goes wide. Puck behind the net. Will Cooley back for it. Puck in the corner now. Toronto able to take it. Trocheck on the forecheck. 25 of Toronto takes it back. Passes up ice.
That was a nice underrated pickup for you guys too, by the way. Vinny Trocheck from Carolina.
Oh no, he's been terrific.
Oh man, people thought he was getting washed.
Yeah, yeah, no. I initially questioned a 7-year contract, but he's been great.
Yeah, I think you'll have more issues with it towards the tail end, but it's also going to save you money too. Because if you had done, say 2-3 year contracts, you'd be paying more for the back half.
That's a fair point. Yeah. Rangers go back forward in their own zone. 5:48 to go. Third period. Time winding down for the Rangers. It's 5-3 Toronto. Blake Wheeler having a great game with 2 goals tonight. Mika Zibanejad, the other goal scorer for the Rangers. Adam Fox moving up. As a shot deflected just wide. May have gotten off the glove.
Anaheim.
Oh, Martin Jones. The crispy ducks. Oh, my God.
Oh, that's a good hit right there.
Bonino, pass in front. It's deflected just wide by Wheeler. Wheeler looking for a hat trick. 5 minutes to go. 5-minute warning. 5-3 Toronto.
Isn't that what I said? Isn't that what I said at the very beginning?
What'd you say?
Was 5-3 my original score prediction?
I thought you said 5-3, yes.
I really want to be wrong now.
Who knows, man? Who knows? Icing against Toronto coming up here.
6-5 New York.
What's that?
I want it to be 6-5 New York.
I wish, but we'll see.
Although I
a little bit of time, but it's winding down quickly.
I don't want to see the Leafs get that close to the Panthers just yet in the year. I at the beginning of the year, I did have Boston first, Toronto second in the division. So I'm okay with it getting to that point. I just don't want it there yet.
That's fair. 4:29 to go. Rangers need a big face-off win right here. Trocheck in the circle. Trocheck's been good on face-offs this year.
Yeah, this is a face-off that you want him taking.
And he wins it. Panarin gets it. Now it's back for Fox. He shoots. Saved by Jones. Rebound chance off the pad. And Jones covers it up. Great deflection there and a good save by Martin Jones. 4:23 to go. Third period. It's a 5-3 Toronto lead. Man, what a crazy game this has been. My goodness.
Hell of a game.
Hey, give the Rangers credit in this aspect. Again, they were down 4-1, came back in the second 4-3. It's 5-3 now, but
they're not out of it.
One of my friends is making fun of us Ranger fans. That's just typical Flyer fan. Don't bother. Don't feed the trolls, Q.
I mean, Flyers fans do have something to say though, because nobody has the playoffs.
They're Flyer fans. What do you expect?
But this year, you got to give them a little bit of their props because no one expected this from them. There's still time, and that's the thing with the Metro. Like, I know you mentioned Columbus earlier, but, they're only 10 points behind a playoff spot. Like, 10 points sounds like a lot, and it is when you factor in 3 teams in the middle. But Carolina and New Jersey are tied.
Right.
I don't see them doing it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not predicting this by any stretch. But they have a good team.
No, you're right.
They're going to be a tough out for anybody, and I can see them overtaking Pittsburgh.
Well, Abby makes a good point here. The Metro is the biggest up in the air division this year. I agree. Now that the Flyers are looking as good as they are, surprisingly, now it's up for grabs.
So I'm going to disagree with that.
Okay.
Because we know water finds its level. We know that's going to happen with Philadelphia at some point. Because we know, even though they are both, we'll call it 3 points out of a playoff spot, New Jersey, now that they're healthy, if they can start getting a semblance of a save here and there, and the Carolina Hurricanes, now that they're healthy, although I think they just lost Svechnikov for week to week.
Yeah.
But they're both
going to hurt for a while for them.
When that water finds its level, you're still going to probably come out of the year with New York, New Jersey, Carolina in some order, with the Islanders maybe in the 4 spot.
Yeah.
That's how this
division... Gustafsson moving in. Save by Jones. Rebound in the corner.
The one I'm going to push back on with is the Central.
The Central's definitely wide open for sure.
Because you've got 5 points within 7 points of each other, and 7 teams within 9 points of each other.
Yeah.
And the Wild are another team that, again, while unlikely to make a 10-point comeback, they have the talent to do it.
Oh, they do. No question. Takeaway in the Rangers in the Toronto zone. And here comes Toronto. Nylander. Good pass up front. Save Shesterkin. Rebound. Save. 2 big-time saves by Igor Shesterkin. Under 3 minutes to go. As a shot save. Shesterkin. Rebound. They score. And that should do it. Austin Matthews with his second of the game. And it's 6-3 Toronto. And that should put the icing on the cake for this one.
Damn.
You can't win them all. What can you do? It's all right.
Yeah.
Toronto's a good team. Give them their props.
Again, but this game goes to show them outscoring their problems.
Right, exactly.
Because as soon as the Rangers started to find a way to break down that defense, which was not as hard as it seemed, they started to tighten their sticks a little bit, and then power play.
Yeah.
Power play to get the 4th goal, and then the 5th goal.
One.
Then they got the 5th one on the power play too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And you get the backbreaking power play for no fucking reason against...
Yeah, that should never have been a power play. I'm sorry.
Now, they killed it off, but it's still the momentum swing. It's still...
Absolutely. No question.
On the ice that you want to have.
Absolutely.
Because for those 2 minutes, you're not having,
Rangers net is empty, by the way, with 2:20 to go in the third. I don't know why you pulled Shesty. That's a shot by Zibanejad and a save by Jones.
You know what? I don't mind pulling a Patrick Waugh here.
Because
I
don't know, man.
Toronto's defense is shaky. Their goaltender is his second start of the season?
Yeah.
And he's always been shaky. So, look at this. They're now putting out Austin Matthews again.
By the way, he's now first in goals this season with 21. I forgot to mention that, Austin Matthews, so my apologies there. Adam Fox takes it.
That's a good face-off win.
Fox shoots and it just goes wide. 2 minutes to go, third period. Fox. Zibanejad, one-timer. Blocker saved by Jones. Rangers keep in his own. Kreider, Zibanejad. Now Fox.
With the Rangers, they're overthinking it. They're looking for the next pass, not the shot.
And Bertuzzi takes it and deflected out of the zone, so no icing here. Zibanejad goes for it. Zibanejad with 1:35 to go. Rangers move in. That's taken away toward the empty net. Misses. And now racing in is 64, and he's able to tap it in at the very last second. And now that'll do it. Looks like that was Kampf who was able to race in and get it into the empty net. And now this just went to just really another embarrassing performance by the Rangers, as it's now 7-3.
But it's a game like this that hurts Shesterkin's numbers more than anything. Because this is going to bring his goals against up, even though, let's say, 4 of these goals aren't on him.
Right.
And, okay, so maybe you can say, okay, so it should have been a 4-3 loss. Yeah. Okay, fair. But those other 3 goals are going to hurt his goals against average. The empty netter hurts his goals against average. Sometimes it's bullshit.
I agree. 100% with you. 100%.
Sometimes. Let's see.
Well, I mean, look, again, give him credit. Down 4-1, they made it 4-3, but now it just turned into an absolute embarrassment again. You know, the Rangers were... Look, again, I'm not completely blaming Shesterkin here. Granted, I still am concerned about his play, but even still, he was left hung out to dry quite a few times tonight. I do agree with you there. But even still, you know, tonight was a night where the Rangers got exposed once again. And that just shows you why I truly believe come playoff time that they still will not do anything.
I want to see what they do at the deadline. I'm not surprised they weren't in on Patrick Kane. That I'm not.
That was never going to happen to begin with.
Right, but just in general, I don't think that's the move they need to make.
Penguins up 4-2.
What I think they need to do, what the Rangers are missing, I think they need a little bit more. Like, they need a depth defenseman.
Yeah.
You know, no one backbreaking, but, you know, just to throw the type of player out there, they need like a Michael Del Zotto or a Luke Schenn or, you know, someone like that, Kevin Shattenkirk. You know, someone like that that's just...
You want to bring Shattenkirk back?
Well, no, I'm just saying that type of player.
Okay.
Veteran guy who doesn't have to be in the lineup day in and day out, but can play anywhere up and down that D unit.
That's fair.
And doesn't break the bank. Those are the 4 criteria.
I tend to agree. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's your game. Toronto takes this one in dominating fashion, 7-3 over the New York Rangers tonight.
Oh, wow. A lot of comments that we missed.
Yeah, let's jump through these comments here. We apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God, Jimmy's back. Oh, God. We figured the Rangers are not coming back tonight.
At this one, Jimmy?
That was the last one we read, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So the Flyers suck, yet they're
third.
They still suck. Okay.
This we were talking about before. We disagreed there.
Yep.
This NHL season is weird. Yes, it is
weird. That's the best part. They're all weird.
Yes.
Back last year, if we look at the beginning of the year, halfway through the season, we're going to go, man, this year is weird.
100%. Minnesota Wild Salmon. That's a good one.
Okay.
Pacific is an interesting one as well. Do you think Canucks fall off? I think they will in the playoffs. I actually think they'll make the playoffs. But when they get there, they're going to fall.
Canucks finish 4th.
Toronto Maple cheaters. Canucks will fall off like they always do. Licious checked out after the 6th goal. Oh, she was responding to Jimmy coming back.
Because he said the Canucks are for real. I'm telling you, the Canucks are going to finish 4th. They're going to fall behind the Kings, and the Oilers are going to finish their comeback and finish in 3rd.
Yeah. How do we pull a Bugalo? I have no idea. I have no idea, man. I just don't know. Oh, oh my God. Yeah, that's my stupid brain. He meant Buffalo. Yeah, listen to me now. My goodness, what's wrong with me? Right to Bo Jackson, another hockey stick. You do you, man. Oh my God. Penguins are winning 4-2 now. Thank you for that cue. Let's see.
Hey, Red Wings tied it back up 4-4.
Oh, wow. All right, cool. No need to apologize, Andrew B. You're good. Oh, wait, no. He was apologizing to the other Jimmy in the comments. My bad. Sorry. There's too many Jimmys, man. I don't know who's what anymore.
All right. I want to know if you agree with this statement.
They need some grit at the forward position.
In replace of who?
I was gonna say, if we're talking grit, like who would you take out of the lineup to get grit at the forward position?
This is
That's
what
my
I love.
question.
This is what I love. People want to propose a solution to something that one,
But they don't tell us how to do it.
well, that one may not be a problem, and two, they don't think about they want to fill a hole that isn't there, that
Right.
they create a new one by trying to fill the other hole.
Yep, absolutely.
No.
Give them Ryan Reeves.
Can we give Ryan Reeves retirement instead?
As much as I miss him on the Rangers, no, I don't want him back. Unbelievable, man.
Ryan, don't even get me started on Ryan Reeves.
4-1 Canes win. Carolina Hurricanes win.
Do you know what Ryan Reeves' average time on ice is this year?
I actually don't.
He's played 20 games. His average time on ice is 7 minutes and 37 seconds.
Are you serious?
He has 1 point.
Oh my goodness.
16 PIMs. He is a minus 11.
Wow.
I loathe the plus minus statistic for a number of reasons. What I look at the plus minus statistic for is this. It's a generalization of, do good things happen when you're on the ice more than bad things?
Yep.
If you are a minus player, you have to look. If you're a massively plus player, you have to look at it and see why. If you are a minus player, you have to look at it in a vacuum and see why. When you're a minus 11 and you average just about 7.5 minutes a game, really bad things happen when you're on the ice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%.
If you have a plus, 125, and you play like 1,200 games in your career, good things happen when you're on the ice.
Yep.
I mean, this is a guy who in how many seasons? He's played 14 seasons. I want to just do a little bit of math here.
Nah, you're good.
I was promised there was no math, but I went and found it on my own.
By the way, Andrew,
I
to answer your question, the next live stream will be December 16th, Capitals versus Predators. That is the next live stream. The next live stream that I am doing personally is actually another Rangers Maple Leafs matchup. That'll be December 19th. So that's next week. It'll be a rematch with both of these teams, this time in Toronto.
That'll be an interesting one.
Yes, it will. Rangers will be looking for a little revenge. So we shall see. But anyway, please continue before we wrap things up. I apologize. Wait a minute. I am not replacing Trocheck with a gritty center. Hell no. Now you're just being an idiot. I'm sorry. No.
Trocheck is a gritty center.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, hold on. Let me rephrase this. All right. I'm going to ask Jimmy this. I like to keep an open mind. Jimmy, who would you replace him with?
You're asking who he would replace Trocheck with? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that I'm curious about.
Yes. Because, again, I try to remain this way even when it comes to the Bruins. Everyone should remain tradable. There should be no sacred cows. There should be much higher prices for some players. For instance, it'd be insane to trade Cale Makar.
Yes.
But if you're going to get Connor McDavid in 2 firsts, I would do it.
Yeah.
Again, depending on a few other things. But I want to know who he is trying to replace him with.
Yeah, I'm actually curious about that. Goza saying keep Trocheck. I absolutely agree with that. Keep Trocheck. It makes no sense to trade him.
I would keep Trocheck. I'm open to hearing a better option. Now, once you give me who that better option is, I want to know how you're going to go get him.
And if you're going to tell me, trade a couple of draft picks and Vincent Trocheck and another player for this guy, you're out of your mind.
I'm going to say, how are you going to make the money work?
Well, yeah, that too.
Because you guys also remember, Trocheck's on this team. He's been on this team. He's been with this team now for what? Is this his second or third year?
I think this is his third season.
Third season. He knows the locker room. So you mean to tell me that a third-line center who knows his role on this team, knows the guys that have been in the locker room with him for the past 3 years, you're going to gain something by replacing him with someone who's never been on this team before?
Absolutely not.
That player better be damn good.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still waiting to see. I'll give him like another minute or so just to see who he comes up with.
In the meantime, though, we do want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. This was a fun stream despite the score outcome. Make sure that you follow us on all social media. All social media is up above. We're on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to us right here on YouTube. Make sure you smash that like button. The like button helps us out tremendously on this channel. And make sure that you download DraftKings and use our code THPN to sign up. New customers can bet $5 on hockey or any other sport and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. That's code THPN at DraftKings. Must be 21 or older in select states, and please play responsibly. Also, speaking of sponsorships, my show From the Blue Seats is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you plan on going to any hockey game this year, use my code BLUESEATS at checkout for $20 off of your purchase, and you're welcome in advance. Oh, he responded. Let's see. Rangers could have traded Braden Schneider and picks for JT Miller before the Canucks trade.
JT Miller does not fit the role that you are looking for.
No. He used to fit the role when he was originally a Ranger, but on this Ranger team, he does not fit. No.
Not at all. And realistically, what you would end up doing is you would be basically bumping, at best, bumping Trocheck out to the wing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But that also means you're sliding one of your top two centers down.
Yeah, which is not ideal. Not ideal at all.
I mean, I get where he's coming from for it, but that's not... It does not match with your first point.
No.
So to that, I say, Jimmy, be better.
Yes.
I don't give a damn that they drafted him. It doesn't matter. He's not on the team now.
Who cares? He fits Vancouver's system better.
They need a number one center, and that's what they have in JT Miller.
Absolutely.
You do not need a number one center. Does a number one center help you? Of course. It helps any fucking team.
Yeah.
But that was not your point. Your point was they need to trade Trocheck for a more physical player. That is not JT Miller. So you, my friend, are still wrong.
Absolutely. No question. Now look. Would I love to have JT Miller back? No question about it. I love JT Miller. But on this particular Ranger team, no. He does not fit what they want to do. I'm sorry.
And JT Miller's soft.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
So you're wrong on third line center. You're wrong on physicality. And you rip this team for not being hard-nosed enough, and yet you want to bring in a guy who's soft as doggy do? Come on, man. I thought you knew what you're talking about.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, that is going to wrap it up for our stream tonight. This was, despite some comments on here, this was honestly, in all seriousness, a blast to do, despite the score outcome. Chris, I cannot thank you enough for hopping on with me tonight. This was such a blast. We'll have to do it again soon, my man. Thank you so much for doing this.
Absolutely. Tons of fun. Again, I host Puck Off that can be found here on THPN and I will be re-releasing or relaunching a new opening of What's Brewing about the Boston Bruins with my new co-host Dominic Tiano. We will be recording our first episode this Sunday. That'll also be available on all podcast platforms.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Awesome stuff. Congratulations again on the new show. We can't wait to see what's in store for you. And again, next time you want to do this, you let me know and we will make it happen. But I should get you on my show soon. How's that?
Absolutely. We'll get you on ours too.
Absolutely. Hey, it's a fair trade for everybody. But hey, listen, man, that's going to do it for us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in once again. We appreciate every single one of you. Thankful for Bruins third line center Charlie Coyle. There you go, Abby. There you go. There you go, Abby.
Word. Why? Because fuck the Maple Leafs.
Once again, the final score tonight: the Toronto Maple Leafs beat the New York Rangers 7-3 from Madison Square Garden. Alongside Chris Nosek, I am Jimmy Finizzi. This is from the Blue Seat. I'm sorry, this is not from the Blue Seats. I'm thinking of my own show here. Actually, since I am plugging my own show, make sure that you go subscribe to From the Blue Seats, a New York Rangers podcast on all audio platforms as well as on YouTube. You will not want to miss what I have to say when it comes to my New York Rangers. And no, Andrew B., I will not chill about what I have to say. I say what is on my damn mind. Once again, the final score, 7-3. Toronto takes it tonight. For Chris Nosek, I am Jimmy Finizzi. This has been another THPN Watch Party, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace, and take care.
Say something.